their lives given proudly for the cause. Those gallant lives given for their country, and to you now the story I will tell. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Peter Cleary and Fergal Carragher, both were murdered by the forces of the Crown. We'll speak with pride of Jim Lockery and Sean Campbell. In South Armagh these gallant men did dwell. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. In North Armagh, remember McIlvanna, Crossy, Burns, Toman and McCarr, and from Tyrone, McKerney, Cardy and Coney, McNally, Ryan, Tony Doris too. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Bob Kelly and Jim Bryson, Skipper Burns, Sean Savage and Billy Reid. These men all hail from the gallant Belfast Battalion. So many more I cannot them all name. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along.
Well, folks, how you doing? Good afternoon. Welcome to another Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro. Just go 1 o'clock, folks. We're here to 4 o'clock this afternoon, so you're very welcome along. As usual, please share the stream for us, folks, if you can. If you're watching on Facebook, just hit the wee share button. If you're part of any Celtic groups, Republican groups, Irish music groups, anything at all, if you want to share it around your friends and family, please do, if you can. It'd be much appreciated. Very easy, just hit the wee share button. And Bob's your uncle. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, folks, if you can please retweet the stream. You can also share the stream from YouTube if you want. Just copy and paste the link and post it on whatever social networks you want. So we're going to jump ahead with the theme tune. Yes, folks, here we go.
You're listening to the Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshtak, listen fod cruelly Rebel, le Rory McCarson.
Yeah, folks, so welcome along. Myself, Ro here. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's a privilege and honour, as always, to have you on. Just before we start things off, big shout out to Michael McCormick from the Irish Sounds podcast, who had me on there yesterday, so he did. So look out, I'll be posting that there once it's uploaded. I sat down for about an hour with him for a wee chat, and basically it's a new podcast he's starting up, basically interviewing Irish musicians, basically people that are involved in the Irish music scene. So for me to be asked to come on to something out there, he said a lot of nice words prior to the interview. So Michael, thank you very much, and looking forward to hearing the podcast, and I will share it, folks, whenever it's ready to go. So yeah, ready to go. Jump in a few comments, see what we have listening today. Listen on YouTube, here we go. We'll have Dennis McLaughlin, Danny from Claybank, hail. Can I please play the Boys of the Old Brigade? Right, there's Deirdre Cardwell, listen on Facebook. How you doing, Deirdre? Dan Seacroft today, listen on YouTube. Afternoon row from Dan and Katie. Back from Hamilton, is looking forward to the tunes. Happy days. There he is there, Mr. Spanners. Martin Heaney, what's the crack, Marty? Dahi, John Staines, hail today, listening on Facebook. There's Beaver himself. What's the crack? Afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is having a good day. How you getting on there, Beaver, today? John Boy McElhenney, what's the crack, John Boy? Good afternoon, Ro. Looking forward to another great show. Happy days. Yeah, I can see the numbers jumping up now, folks. So please share the stream. Very, very easy. Just hit the wee share button. Stevie Holbrook, he's back after a week off last week. Don't know what he was at. He gave me some cockamamie bullshit excuse this week why he wasn't on last Sunday with Stevie. That's not acceptable, mate. You're part of the furniture. You need to be here on Sundays, you do. I don't know how bad you were down. There's Elaine. What's crack, Elaine? Hope you're feeling a wee bit better. And so it begins Rebel Sunday with Ro. Day sort of have a good one, everyone, and behave. Well, we can't promise that there, considering the Highlands we usually have listened to this show. Ray Callahan on Dublin today. How you doing? Hello from Dublin. Son of Era, 1916. Well, Ro, let's see. I'm watching from Dublin today, heading home to Glasgow today. Good man, hope you had a good time over in this the Green Ale. Let's see, a few comments just jumped up out of the blue, so they did. Let's see. Who else we have? There's Paul McGrogan, listen today on YouTube. Good man yourself. Derek Delaney from Dublin, one of our dirty dubs, listening afternoon. Happy Rebel Sunday to all who are on. Good man. Hugh McKenna, how did you enjoy the rugby there yesterday, Hugh? I have to say, I used to deliver the beer at our Kingspan Stadium, but I've never been yet. The rugby match is actually something, mate. I'm not a big fan of rugby, but I actually wouldn't mind going one day just for the game, just to take in the atmosphere, you know, so I wouldn't. Henry McKenna, what's on YouTube today? Hugh McKenna, looking for George and Pop. Yes, mate, that is going to be the very, very first song of the day, of course. So it is, we're going to do it in memory of Peggy McCourt, whose anniversary falls today. So it is Sunday, 23rd of January, his first anniversary. Folks, we're going to do this here for you. Today is the first anniversary of volunteer Eamon Peggy McCourt of the Dairy Brigade. I posted this wee picture of him last night, so we're going to play the song from Kelly's men, George and Pop. This tune, folks, in case anyone doesn't know, Eamon Peggy McCourt was involved in the operation that George and Pop were killed in. So he got away on the day, but he died this time last year, unfortunately, with COVID. It's just another one of those statistics that so many numbers of people that have passed away, and when you read so many times each day, these people, probably a lot of people listen as well now, that mean, oh, it's a load of balls, it doesn't exist, COVID and this and that. I mean, it is very, very real, and it's because of that we don't have Eamon with us anymore. So listen, we're going to do this here song now, folks. So please give it the respect it deserves. So this one here today is in memory, folks, in loving memory of volunteer Eamon Peggy McCourt, folks, of the Dairy Brigade. So here we go. This is Callie's Men with the ballad of George and Pop.
On the slopes of the Craigan, one morning in May, 4 lads left their base with hearts young and gay. Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied. And the foreign oppressor they went to defy. While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe. With the guns at the ready, our lads had to go. So we raised up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop. They'll not stop me and you. For the police, it went silent when the shooting died down. 2 young lads lay there dead on the streets of our town. Just another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight. And in Derry we mourn on that faithful night. So we raise up our hands and we curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dared to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop, and they'll not stop me and you. Hey Georgie and Paul, they like cold as stone. They're fighting for Derry, their own native home. So we'll always remember, and don't you ever forget, they're fighting for Derry, and we all the dead. Let's hear it! So we will. Who dares to cross their paths, but my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Pop. We're all step paths, but my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what's to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian pop, and they'll not stop me. Thank you.
There we go, folks. The sound of Kelly's Men, they recorded live in Derry. A great Derry band with a great Derry song, especially for a great Derry man today, folks. That's what's in memory there, as you see on the screen, of volunteer Eamon Peggy McCourt of Derry Brigade, whose first anniversary occurs today. And they say the reason we played that song there in particular was because Peggy was involved in the operation that day that George and Pop were killed in. And he managed to escape, so he did. So, yep, there we go, folks. Thanks very much. Lovely comments in there, so there's come through there. So, about 2:30 today, folks, we're going to have our next guest on the show. Obviously, last week it was just myself. So, the guests this week are going to be two lads from FININ Rebel Band in South Armagh. It was meant to be Jamie, Clint, and John, but unfortunately, Clint has got a wee positive test this morning there, so he doesn't want to affect the other two lads. So we're going to have Jamie and John, folks, from FININ live in the show at about 2:30 today. So we're going to be playing a few songs as well from their album, The Patriotic Flame. So looking forward to that there. Stay tuned. Right, I'd say share the stream, folks, if you can, please. Much appreciated. Right, let's see, back to a few comments for us. Here we go. Lynn Houston says, afternoon, no, how's you? Any chance could you play Eamon McLaughlin's Jared Casey or May the 24th? Is that a song? May the 24th? Derek, I see, Mark O'Toole says, can you please play the Black Watch? Flying Columns, any chance of the Ballad of Colin Marks, please? Dahi, John Stale says, Jackie Duddy, please. Yes, Jackie Duddy will be on at the end of the show. We made the decision there at the start of the year. We've done the first show that we're going to play Jackie Duddy for the very last song of the show every single week, so you need to stay tuned for that there. Sean McCrory, how you doing, Sean? Afternoon, no, hope you're well, bud. Same to yourself, mate. Charlie Maxwell on Facebook today. Hail from Charlie Maxwell, Bannockburn Celtic Supporters Club in Stirling in Scotland. What did you think of the match yesterday, folks? Another 3G pitch, north, 3 injuries. Not good. I'm probably more worried about Calmac than anything. Like, it looks like he got a bit of a dodgy facial injury, which wasn't good. So it wasn't. But I think I seen a wee post there last night about James McCarthy. Basically your boy that injured Colin McGregor. McCarthy went in and laid one on him, so he did. Like, I think it was out of the thing of the camera. It was off ball or something, whatever. And obviously didn't get booked or anything for it. But big bit of redemption there for Colin Mack. So we go, mate. Let's see. Gary Sharvin. Hey, Big Ro, how you doing, mate? Marty Heaney says, who are you calling Highlands? Well, who do you think, Marty? The shoe fits and all, you know. Paul Welch on YouTube today. Greetings from Cork up the Rebel County. Joseph McGow says, would you play Four Green Fields, my wee ma, just out of hospital, fighting fit again? Yes, happy days, look at that on for you. Dirty Cardwell's looking some wolf tones right there. We'll maybe leave that there later on in the show today. I don't want to cut off too quickly. Wolf tones normally does get us knocked off pretty quickly. James Devon McClave, how you doing, James? Good man for tuning in today. And again, condolences to your mother-in-law, mate. Very sorry to hear the news during the week about your wife's mother passing away. Richard O'Callaghan listening in Dublin there on Facebook. God bless him, R.I.P. Mark C79 is listening there. Yep, so loads of nice wee dedications are coming through for Peggy. Josephine, what's the crack? I haven't seen you on the way. Good to see you. Hello, Rory. Good job, Josephine. Hope you're all having a good day. Let's see. So Lynn says, May 24th is a song Emer has on YouTube. Just amazing. Emer on a guitar. I'll maybe look at that there. So we'll definitely. Right, so we'll go to the next song here of the day for you. We're actually going to do a song from Glasnevin this time. One of the first requests of the day. This is for Stevie Holbrook. Even though he ditched us last week, we're going to do this one now for you, Stevie. This is the song that features on Clover's new album, but No Criminal on Me. But it was originally written by Kieran Davenport and Conor Kelly of Glasnevin. So this is their version. So for Stevie, if this one's for you, You're forgiven for missing the show last week. This is Glasnevin, folks, on Rebel Sundays with the ballad of Kevin Lynch Is My Name.
Kevin Lynch is my name. From Derry I came to the school. It's Box Hill, my country free. I long to see an end to this great hill. For 25 years I faced my fears. We went on hunger strike. We took on the British Empire with their soldiers, guns, their mites. The sands and hills we could not lose. We had the upper hand. The Thatcher would not leave us. All she wanted was our land. We and Patsy that side by side on 21st of May. And you right there, and I must join them to see Ireland free one day. As I stare out of my prison cell, I often wonder so if I'll ever be a free man and feel the summer wind blow. Now my time, it has come. No, I cannot return to the friends and comrades I've loved, to my dear old daddy home. With Kieran Doherty next to me, I will not die alone. Over 2 months long I've lasted strong. My body will not give up. The strength that keeps me living on, the spirit that lives within. That is why we must fight on, for a freedom we must win. Now I must go, I have battled before, paid the ultimate price. Before I leave, just listen close, I'll give you some advice. When Ireland's free and our flag flies high, and all my task is done. But until then, remember the tale, and soon our land will be
Well, folks, the sound of Glasnevin there with the ballad of Kevin Lynch Is My Name, spiced for Stevie Holbrook, mate. So hope you enjoyed that one, folks. Yeah, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro. Folks, we're here every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m, 3 hours every week. For any new listeners, every 2 weeks we'll have a special guest on. So today is one of those weeks. So about 2:30 today we're going to be joined by the lads from FININ Rebel Band and Cross McLean and South Armagh. So let's see. We'll jump back to a few more comments. See who I have listening in. Right. Let's see. These comments today seem to be jumping in and back out again. Jim McCaff says, Tunro, sitting with the Aunt Geraldine, loves your show. She's falling for me. Well, mate, listen. You see that ringing that finger there? So don't be telling the missus. But cheers, Geraldine. Much appreciated anyway. Let's see. Brian Taggart says, yep, good on listening on Facebook today. Good afternoon, Ro. Here's another great show today. Happy days, mate. Good man yourself. Right, so you might have seen me advertising the 2 gigs there, folks, while the last song was playing there. So it was. So if any of you are going to be over in Glasgow and Liverpool in the first week in March, tickets are now on sale, folks. They're shifting rightly, so I'm going to be doing like a wee mini tour with the lads from Clover Rebel Band. You know, we've sort of forged a wee bit of a close bond over the last year or so. So really looking forward to getting on the road with the lads. So on Friday, the 4th of March, folks, we're going to be taking over upstairs at Malone's in Glasgow. It's quite a big hall, so we're going to need to ship a few more tickets to fill this big hall out. So, folks, tickets are £15, so they are. And on the night, the main act is going to be Clover, bringing 4-piece Rebel Band. Myself, I'll be doing a DJ set throughout the night. And on the night, we're going to have support from the brilliant, fantastic, gorgeous Krista Coyle from Derry, who's but very much a settled Glaswegian now, so she is... She's living over a good way now. So, yeah, Krista is going to be support on the night. So, folks, tickets are £15, so you can buy them on Eventbrite. If you check out the Facebook page of myself for the podcast page or on Clover's pages, you'll find the links. I'm going to try and post the links in a wee second as well into the chat section, so you have a know. Right, and then the very next night, we're heading up the road or down the road, whatever way it works, to Liverpool. At the Liverpool Irish Centre. So that is the very next night, folks, on Saturday the 5th of March at Liverpool Irish Centre, featuring Clover once again, headlining on night. I'll be supporting as well, playing a few Rebel tunes throughout the evening. And our main support of that night is going to be the brilliant Kathy Carter. Kathy's a local singer-songwriter from Liverpool. She's going to be playing host to us that night in her local venue. So looking forward to meeting Kathy as well. At this last couple of years of getting to know her over social media. Come face-to-face with people is always better, so it is. Right, let's see. So yeah, folks, you want the tickets? Tickets are £15. It'd be really great to see some of you over there, so it would. Derby Cardwell says, yep, Devonish on the 16th of March with Gary O. Yes, really looking forward to these 2 gigs as well, folks, with Saoirse Promotions next month. So the first one here is going to be on Wednesday the 16th, folks, at Devonish in Belfast, featuring Gary Ogue, the main man, the god, the king, Stephen, and myself, Ro. I'll be playing a few tunes throughout the night for you, folks. So tickets for that are a tenner. In the very next night, I'm going to be heading to Derry with Saoirse as well, folks. So that's on to Paddy's Day itself, Thursday the 17th of March. The Derry City Sports and Social Club, featuring Gary O. once again, Finnan, the lads who were going to have the show on the day, they're going to be playing, and I'm going to be playing throughout the night as well. So I cannot wait to get on the stage up in Derry. It's been a while, so it has. Right, so next tune for you, we're going to move on. This one was for, I think it was Lynn had asked for a bit of Emer McLaughlin. We're going to do this one from her album, Live at the Rock Power, and this is the ballad, folks, of Jared Casey from Mesharkin on Rebel Sundays. Lost my train of thought there. Who goes? What's Jared Casey, folks, from Rebel Sundays, myself, Ro. Please again, share the stream for me. Be much, much appreciated. Please do. Enjoy. Here we go.
This song I will sing of a brave young Irishman in the struggle for freedom to free Ireland. He joined the IRA and became a volunteer to his comrades in arms. He never showed no Shamrock Park. With their guns of terror, they burst through the door, and the cowards, they were looking for the family man on four. They found him with his wife and his baby girl in bed. They spread those English bullets and left your kissy dead. The cowards fled, oh, the sadness that night, but his wife and young family will keep on the fight. Never hear you say, oh, this man from Northampton, oh, I'm sure you all heard tell. Jerky's his name, for a shark needed well. Oh, he fought for his country and he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife. His criminal acts and Mary's dark forces of the crime, a large crowd find them as the rain lashed down. The piper played over well at the grave in memory of Ger, who was the bravest of the brave. A gallant volunteer from Northampton Brigade in a rain-swept graveyard was where he was laid. Volunteers have gone for him who lie in a plot. Ger Casey and their names will never be forgotten. Let me hear you sing. Oh, this man from Northampton, oh, I'm sure you all heard tell. Ger Casey is his name, for a shark needed well. Oh, he fought for his country and he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young August Race. Oh, this man from Northampton, oh, I'm sure you all heard tell. Ger Casey is his name, for a shark needed well. Oh, he fought for his country and he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife.
Yeah, so the ball of Ger Casey here for you.
The Ger Casey there.
From the brilliant Emer McLaughlin from Live the Rock Bar here in West Belfast. If folks just stuck up links there for hopefully they've come through. On the Facebook and the YouTube stream. So stuck up the link or for the tickets for both the gigs in Glasgow and Liverpool. They're on Eventbrite. They are. If you're having trouble clicking them, it looks like it's a bit all over the place the way it's come out in the comments there. Just go to my own Facebook page, the podcast Facebook page, or Clover's Facebook page, and you'll see the links and the proper links there, folks, for the two Eventbrite nights in Glasgow and Liverpool for our tickets. £15 each, folks. So if you could go, it'd be much appreciated. It's gonna be your only chance to see myself and probably Clover as well, maybe in England or Scotland this year. So it's gonna be a great night. So this. So be looking forward to seeing Lottie as there. Right. So back to a few of the comments here we go. Let's see. Marty Keane listening today on YouTube. What's crack, Marty? Well, Ro, what's the crack, mate? I hope you're keeping well. Any chance of playing Paddy Kelly, the Prayer Dungan? Actually, don't think I've haven't played that there on the show this year yet, have I? I think I could be right there. Yep, I'll get that on today for you, Marty. But again, just remind me, please, would you? Let's see, Christina says, good afternoon. Ro, could you please play a song by the Whistling Donkeys? Yes, we're going to get one from the Whistling Donkeys all up next for you. Not a problem. Right, folks, any more requests? They were here till 4 o'clock this afternoon. Please share the stream for us. And again, we're going to have live at 2:30. The lads, John and Jemmy from FININ Rebel band Cross McGlen, they're going to be on the show live about 2:30, folks. So stay tuned for that. Right, so Christina, who was looking at a song by the Whistling Donkeys, go to this one. This is from their live album. It was recorded in Mandela Hall in West Belfast. In Belfast, the old Queen's Student Union. It's since been knocked down to us, so I love this era tune. So this is the brilliant Whistling Donkeys with McAlpaine's Fusiliers live in Belfast, especially for Christina. Oh, it's a bit live, oh Jesus. I'll turn that down a bit. Very loud there. Apologies, folks, if I just blew your ears off there.
It was in the pub that they drank the song. It's down in the spike that you'll find them. They sweat blood and they wash down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with my 11 to concrete stairs. What the horse face said when he saw him dead, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a navvy short was the one retort that reached unto my ears. When the going gets rough, well, you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I've worked till the sweat nearly had me bed with a Russian, a Czech and Pole. In shuttered in jams, up in high road dams, or underneath the Thames in a hole. I grafted hard and I've gotten me cards, and many a ganger's pissed across my ears. If you pray your life, then don't join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers. Make it count a fellow! As down the glen came McAlpine's men with their shovels stung behind them. It was in the pub that they drank the sub. It's down in the spike that you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers.
There we go. Sound of McAlpine's Fusiliers from the Whistling Donkeys, especially for Christina. And my apologies, folks. I didn't know how. That's actually a very good recorded live album, because normally anything I play on Spotify, you have to turn the volume right up quite loud in the desk. So I had the volume turned up quite loud in preparation, and obviously that their album has been very well produced, because it just blew the ears of me through these headphones. So I don't know what the Dundians who's listening on your phones or your TVs, whatever they do. Fuck's sake. So yeah, very my apologies there, folks. Jim McCaff says, Ro, you have brightened up our Sunday. Thanks very much. Not a problem, mate. Let's see. Richard Markey says, any chance of no human is illegal by the Wakes Row? Well, I'll look into it, mate. Can you play the Spanish lady? Who's looking out there for? Celine. I may actually get the Derek Warfield version or on the next wee jiggy one. Have Aaron Fagan, what's correct? Aaron, how's things, mate? How you doing up there? Good man. Aaron, cheers for tuning in this afternoon. Let's see. So during that song, you seen I put a few ads up, folks. Again, folks, see, if you think, see, people are putting I'm putting ads up for people here. It's not a case of they're paying me to put the ads up. It's because I'm sort of involved with them. That's the only reason I'm advertising. So it's obviously, yeah, I would like people to come on board and advertise on the show or sponsor the show, whatever. If they want to pay to get an ad on, they can. I'll be quite happy and obliged to do it. But these ones here you'll see me advertising throughout the show are just ones that I'm involved in or I'm playing at. So obviously I'm going to try and promote them a bit, you know. So the two here I was talking about was the two Ballad Fest gigs. So the first one that's going to be taking place here, folks, at the National Stadium in Dublin. It was sort of iffy there for a while. Nobody knew if it was going to happen or not. It's been postponed about 10 times, I think. I'm sure Aidan is pulling his hair out, whatever hair he has left. So this one here is going to be in the National Stadium on the 19th of February, folks. So I'm going to be there. Set up the podcast, interviewing all the bands. So I'm going to be doing a few wee things for Aidan on the day, and then obviously putting a wee video together, like a podcast thing with a few people at the gig, interviewing a few of the punters, interviewing obviously a lot of the bands that are playing at the gig. So we're looking forward to that. I'm going to be there. So that's going to be a brilliant night at the National Stadium in Dublin, folks. Featuring Callie's Men, Erngo Bra, Rake the Ices, the Irish Brigade, Emer McLaughlin, and then Gary Og with a full band, which is very, very rare these days, folks, you're going to see. Obviously this was meant to happen last year. It was Ballad Fest 2, but obviously with COVID, it was postponed and postponed and postponed. And I think obviously Aidan has put a lot of money at the head of the hall to pay the bands and stuff, so he had to go ahead with the gig. So But yes, so there is still tickets available, folks. If you go to potterbrowns.com, and I will be there. Stop and say hello. So the next one, this one here, I'm slightly a bit more involved in, is the actual Balfest 3 that was planned to happen this year. So this has happened at the City West Hotel in Dublin over 2 nights, folks, on Friday the 27th of May and Saturday the 28th of May. So I'm going to be there, obviously doing the same probably thing what I was doing at the Balfest in a few weeks' time. I'll be there interviewing a few of the bands and stuff, interviewing a few of the punters, but I'm going to be introducing all the bands on the stage on both nights on the main stage. So for this gig, folks, there's going to be 2 rooms. So there is. So the way it's going to work is there's going to be the main room that's going to be on till about 12 o'clock, I think, and then because they have a 2 o'clock bar, there's going to be a separate room for late drinking outside. There's going to be a few bands playing live as well. So featuring out there, folks, you're going to have Clover, who I'm doing a wee tour with, the lads from Limerick, Rick the Ices, the Rebel Hearts from Tipperary, Eamon McLaughlin's going to be playing, Derek Warfield, and the Young Wolf Tones, which I cannot wait to see, cannot wait to meet as well. Dreams of Freedom from County Kerry, the Foxy Devils, Gary Og with the full band, so we'll be playing that, the Irish Brigade as well, Chris Carney and Rising of the Moon are going to be playing, so that's going to be 2 great nights, folks. Again, you can buy tickets for that one on potterbrowns.com. So say, folks, you might see all these ads I'm putting up. It's not a case of they're paying him to advertise their gigs. I'm basically involved with them, and that's why I'm promoting the shows for the lads, and Aidan sort of done a fair bit for me, so that's why I'm promoting the gigs for him. So yes, folks, if you want to buy a ticket for anything gigs, go to potterbrowns.com. You can. Right, so let's see. Terry Craney says, can you play anything by Damien Quinn? Dennis McLaughlin's looking for Sniper's Promise. Martin Heaney says, my wee Aunt Peg raised me in Balachi, and it's her 12th anniversary today. She loved the song Rally McCorley. Could you please play it in her memory row? Yes, Marty, definitely, mate. I will do that, especially for you and your wee Aunt Peggy today. So, listen, I'll try and find that now. I have a couple of versions here of it, so I'll get it on. So, yes, definitely, mate. Let's see, I also have Celine says, a great lineup in Dublin. Valerie says, Terry, I was waiting to see how long it would take for you to mention Damien Quinn. Now, well, Terry's a fair wee soft spot for Damien Quinn. Derek says, well, we'll see you there, Derek. What one? The one in February or the one in May? Let's see. Dennis McLaughlin says, could you please play Kevin Barry? That was my dad's favourite song, who passed away 3 years ago. Joseph P. McIver. There you go. Joseph will tune in today from Philadelphia on Facebook. Good morning, Ro from Philadelphia. Up Peggy McCourt Derry. Yes, well, mate, I played the wee song at the start there for him and had his picture on the screen. And I will play it again later on before the show is finished. Leo Fagan is looking for Willie and Danny. Right, so what we're going to do next, so a few people are on asked me to play Four Green Fields. So I'm not going to play the Kathleen Loggy version. That's the one I normally do. Go and switch it around this time. So we're going to play a song from Bo Lochran, good man from Lurgan, County Armagh. He had a great album out there called Bo Lochran, The Scullery Session. So this is from Bo's album. Folks, if you get your hands on it, please do. It's a cracking album. Just contact Bo on Facebook. I think he still has some copies of it left. So this is, for all using to that for it, this is Four Green Fields from Bo Lochran, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
What did I have? Said a fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say, I have 4 green fields, each one was a jewel, but strangers came and tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons. They fought to save my jewels. They fought and they died. and that is my grief, said she. Long time ago, said a fine old woman. Long time ago, this proud old woman did say there was war and death, plundering and pillage. My children starved by mountain, valley and sea, under wailing cry. It shook the very heavens, and my full green fields ran red with their blood, said she. What have I now? Said the fine old woman. What have I now? This proud old woman did say, I have 4 green fields, one is still in bondage, in strangers' hands, who tried to take them from me. But my sons, they had sons as brave as were their fathers, and my 4 green fields will bloom once again, said she. And my 4 green fields will bloom once again, said she.
Oh, it's great with their names down. Brave Tom McAwee. Oh, farewell to Malachi. Likewise, Hamnadaha.
You see that house there, that's the home of Joe MacDonald. We were sentenced 14 years in Lancaster jail. But I have one last card to play for those the Rangers. He was a poet and a soldier. He died courageously, and we gave him 30,000 votes while in captivity. Kevin Barry's my name. I was tortured in my cell. Oh, they wanted the names of my comrades. Oh, but this I would not tell. Their actions were political. Can't the British see we're right? And when this war is over and I see your face again, then I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge.
go, folks. That was Four Green Fields there from Bo Lochran from his album, the brilliant album, The Scullery Sessions. This is Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro, till 4 o'clock this afternoon. Again, thanks for tuning in today. If you would please share the stream, folks, keep going on about it, but just the more people we'll have watching, the more the show will grow and grow. So just if you're watching on Facebook, just hit the wee share button. And if you're a member of any groups, like any sort of Republican groups, Irish music groups, Celtic related groups, just share them all damn groups for me, folks. It'd be well done, I'd say. Right, so that one was for, let's see who asked for the Four Green Fields. I'm trying to fade back here now who asked for. It was for, where are you? Jim McCaff, was it? Yeah, so it was for Joseph McGuy. He says, yeah, excellent, Ro. Thanks for my wee ma, who's back fighting fit, so happy days, mate. Right, so his fews are asking for a few Podgy songs, looking for Podgy's version of Grace, or Podgy's version of the Hits Block song. I'll try and get one of them on the day. So this next one we'll go do, especially for Marty Heaney, our great spanners, our moderator on YouTube. So he was looking for a wee song for his Aunt Peggy, whose anniversary is the day. Joseph McGuy, the volume of the music is very low. Are you talking about the volume of the music whenever the ad was on there for the tour, or just for the songs? I know that there's a music video there that played before, and the music is a wee bit lower. I have no control of the music the volume at there, mates, so I haven't, unfortunately. But for the songs themselves, I do have the control over the volume. Alex McCaffrey. That's one way to get your arse kicked out of the stream. Looking for a Penny Arcade. Don't think so. Spanner in the works. James Devon McClave says, yeah, sound was great today. Real happy days. So I think the sound there being low was just when I was playing there, the wee ad for the Northman Southman tour, myself and Clover. Right, so for Marty, this one is for you, mate. This is the brilliant Marty Higgins from Glen Ravel in County Antrim, with his version of brilliant Ronnie McCorley. This is for Marty's wee Aunt Peggy, whose anniversary is the day. Here we go.
I'll see the host of fleet-foot men who sped with faces wan from farmstead and from Fisher's Cot along the banks of Bann. They come with vengeance in their eyes. Too late are they. For young Roddy McCarty goes to die on the bridge of Tim today. But last he stepped up the streets, the shining pike in hand. Behind him marched a grim array, a stalwart of Laird's band. For Antrim town, he led them to the fray. And young Roddy McCurry goes to die on the bridge of Tim today. And up the narrow street he steps, smiling, proud and young. About the hemp rope on his neck, the golden ringlets clung. There was never a tear in his blue eyes, both sad and bright are they. For young Roddy McCarty goes to die on the bridge of Tim today. Mother Ireland, you love them still the best. Those fearless men who fight and fall upon your helpless breast. There was never a one of all your dead more bravely fell in fray than he who marches to this fate on the bridge of Tune. Because he loved his motherland, because he loved the green, he goes to meet a martyr's fate with proud and joyous gleam. When true to the last, but true to the last, he treads the upward way. And young Roddy McCarthy goes to die on the bridge of Tune. And young Roddy McCarthy goes to die on the bridge of Tune.
There we go. The brilliant bald eagle himself there, Marty Higgins from Glenravel and the County Antrim. And that there's the brilliant Ronnie McCorley, especially for Marty Heaney and his wee aunt Peggy, whose anniversary is today. Sean O. McCurry, what's cracking? Sean O, good for tuning in today, mate. Good to see you on, mucker. Let's see, the spanner has been deployed. I think they were, see this Penny Arcade, I think they were only messing, like, to be honest. I think it was a piss take by Alex, to be honest. So it was, but see, I actually have played Penny Arcade before, so I have, and I don't admit to being proud of it. But let's say money talks and bullshit walks. I was actually doing it, but maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I was doing a wedding in Loughgall, of all places, right? This place in Loughgall. I don't think it was a hotel. It was like some venue in Loughgall. And so I knew who the people were when they booked me for the wedding. I went down to meet them, and I knew what they were and whatever stuff. And I was like, well, and I sort of quoted them a decent price for the wedding. I said, well, if they don't want to pay, they don't want to pay for them. And they went, oh, yes, that's great, no problem. I was like, well, right, okay, I have to do it now. So throughout the night, they were asking me to play it. They give me the PM me about 2 days before it, all their first dance songs. So I think the song, you always do a song for the bride and groom was the first dance. Second dance is like the father and the daughter, and then the third dance is like all of the bridal party. So the bridal party song was Penny Arcade, and I was like, gee, there he is, the bald eagle and Dave Marty. Fucking hell! You see, I didn't even know you're listening, mate. If I hadn't knew you're listening, I'd have called you something a bit more offensive. So I would have. Yes, no, it wasn't in the Orange Hall. It was some what the hell do you call the place? It was some, I think it was the Famous Grouse or something, the Famous Grouse, whatever you call it. But I was doing this here wedding, and their third dance was Penny Arcade. So it was, yeah, so I played it. But so at the end of the night, this guy came up to me and he says, mate, go and play there at Penny Arcade. I says, mate, I haven't got it. He says, you played it there for the first dance earlier on. And I said to him, I'll play it, give me 40 quid. I probably was going to play the song for him, like, but he said, right, hold on a second. Pulled it out of his pocket, right? Pulled it out of his pocket, 3 tenors. I says, mate, I said 40 quid. And he says, right. So he goes over to his, I seen him walking over to his woman. Listen, I'm not going to play it today, don't worry. I seen him walking over to his missus and pointing up to me. And next thing, she hands him another tenner out of her purse. She says, yo, mate, there's the 40 quid. So, yep, I'll admit, I took the money and played Penny Arcade at a wedding, which is absolutely disgraceful, so it is. But that's what they say, money talks and bullshit walks. Yes, Stevie, holy Jesus row indeed. Listen, you can't talk, you weren't here last week, so you're in a bad book, see, alright? So you're in no position to be giving out grief to me. Right, so somebody for who was looking for in Staten Island in New York, where are you? Neil Costigan, so he's greetings from Staten Island, MIC, any chance playing the streets in New York. So we're not going to play any Wolf Tones yet, we'll play maybe later on in the show after we'll do the interview, so we don't knock it off Facebook. So we're going to do the Chris Carney version. This is from Chris's album, The Rare Old Time. So this is the streets in New York for Neil Costigan over in Staten Island, New York. So hopefully this one is not as loud on Spotify as the bloody the Whistling Donkey. So here we go. This is Chris Carney, Streets in New York, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
I was 18 years old when I went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said my father, stop rushing like hell, and remember all's not what it seems to be. Well, this fella's what caught you for the coat on your back, or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, my young bucko, and mind yourself well, and give this we know to my brother. At the time, Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn, and my father, the youngest, looked after the farm. When a phone call from America said send a lot over, the old fella said sure it wouldn't do any harm. I've spent my life working a stereo ground for a few pints of porter and the smell of a can, and sure maybe there's something you'll learn or you'll see you can bring it back home. Make it easy on me. So I landed at Kennedy, and the big yellow taxi carried me and my bags through the streets and the rain. Well, my poor heart was stumbling around with excitement, and I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the short parkway to the flatlands of Brooklyn, to my uncle's apartment on the East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang yours free as a bird. Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was that Benji got shot down at an uptown parade. And while I was flying my way to New York, where Benji was lying in a cold city morgue. Well, I've hung up the old fella, told him the news. I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes, and he went as he told me, go ahead with the plan, and not to forget, be a proud Irishman. So I went up to Nellie's beside Fordham Road, and I started to learn about lifting the load. But the heaviest thing that I carried that year was a bittersweet thought of my hometown so dear. I went home that December, cause my old fella died, and to borrow the money from a fella on the side. And all the bright flowers and brass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of my father. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth, and into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded the train, and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I set foot in Dublin. My kids know to use the correct knife and fork, but I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I keep law and order on the streets of New York. Na 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 na. Na 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 on the streets of New York.
There we go. Soon the brilliant Chris Carney from his album The Rural Thames, it's the streets of New York. That was spicy for Neil Costigan, who's listening today from Staten Island, New York. Let's see, Jim McCaff says, Ro, can you sing a song for the boys? You're looking like you can do it. Definitely not, mate. If you heard me singing, you'd soon... Oh, You'd soon change your mind, you would. Kirsty says, I love this version of the Streets of New York. Jim Murr says, ban the Penny Arcaders. Henry McCann on YouTube says, Ro, will you play Wagon Wheel for £60? Is that £60? Well, listen, know who will play for free for you? Martin Higgins. If you go to the Dubliner any night over in Santa Ponsa, Marty is guaranteed to play Wagon Wheel at least 4 times. So he is guaranteed. He'll probably be second. He plays it more than he plays Grace. So he does. See, Shane says, class band, reared on them. Who are you talking about there? Let's see. Dennis McLaughlin's the same band. There's a local band where I'm from called the Wolf Clones. Don't know if they're still going, but were class in the day. So take it, were they like a Wolf Tones tribute band, were they? Or, I don't know. Oh, he's jumped over to YouTube now, so he is, oh, you're some boy, I'll get you back for that. So, as Marty's culty voice, I'll get you back for that, boy. So, oh, the crack's mainly today, so it is, yeah, listen, no, he doesn't play it that many times, usually, but he'll guarantee to play it at least once every night. Like, you are in the Spain, you know, Santa Ponsa, so you have to play Wagon Wheel at least one time. I don't know, maybe he lets Darren sing it, and Marty goes and has a pint to us. Right, so next tune for you is Kathleen Largy this time. A few years were asking to play Freedom Walk, so this is with Kathleen Largy and the Flying Column, folks. This is Rebel Sundays. Another 25 minutes. For fuck's sake. Here we go again. Martin Heaney says, leave Marty Higgins alone, Ro. At least he knows how to make a good culty tea. Or tea. Fuck, he's all backing up on me today, CSR. Let's see. Neil says, great version, Ro, and they won't get you booted by Zuckerberg. We go. Right, so for all any users that ask for Kathleen Largy, this is the brilliant Freedom Walk on Rebel Sundays. Folks, get your requests in. Another 25 minutes. We're going to have the lads from Finnin -1, who has now got coronavirus, live in the show. Here we go. There we go. It's sort of Kathleen Largy with the flying column there with Freedom Walk. Somebody had asked there for it, but I'm just looking through the comments and I can't seem to find it. There's some fucking amount of culties on today, so there's like, let's see. So what's Marty going about here? Fucking Peter, and it's right. Who's from the countryside and who's from a city? Type in culty or city. If culty wins, Roe has to play wagon wheel. Well, I'll maybe get Marty on live on the screen here, and he can play it for you. So, Martin Higgins, that is. Listen, see, according to me, see anybody outside of Belfast as a culty. If you live in Lisburn, which is probably technically Turmeric and Poglass, you're a fucking culty to me. See, so you're up the road. So if that's all you're using to live in Lagmore and all, you're all culties because you're up there on the mountainside. See, as are. So if you're outside of Belfast, you're a culty. So, see all these people says, how is Newry a fucking city? I don't get it. How is Lisburn a city? It's a fucking 3 men and a dog in it, and bloody it's counted as a city. So, Marty, enough of your lark now, come on. Let's see, ambush at Clonlow by the Irish Brigade. See, culty. Some chance. Wawa's city. Listen, Derek, don't you be coming on here now. You, of all people, you live in Dublin. You're a culty. Jesus, you're the king of the culties, Caesar. Fucking dirty dubs, and you're calling me. Fucking you're not from a city, so you aren't. Up with culties indeed. Flying oh, you fuck here. I am from Poglass. Yep, definitely culty NCR. James says, you can't beat Rebel Sundays. Having a few beers, listening to some great music and the crack. Yep. So what is a Wawa, Stevie? Could you enlighten me here? So is a Wawa somebody that's from the city? Is it? I don't know. Right. So listen, we're going to do this one here now. So somebody had asked me to play the Hills of Donegal. Who actually asked me? This is probably so it was for Dennis McLaughlin. Probably the only sort of country at all you might get in this show. Definitely not Wagon Me, but we're going to do the Gerard Glacken version with Rebel Roots because obviously with a great announcement this week of the Supreme Leader in the South, Mihol or whatever his fucking name is, Montgomery Burns has announced that basically nearly all restrictions in the South are gone. So it's looking like, thankfully this year, folks, in September, the Hills Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival in Bundoran is going to be going ahead. Missed it for the last 2 years and it's absolutely broke my heart. So for all users who enjoy the festival every year, I cannot wait to see you this year, folks. Providing I'm allowed to go. I put a wee post up on Facebook or anything, the podcast page. Just a wee sort of teaser. Well, somebody mentioned Bundoran. This was just after Mihol announced his announcement, and I seen my lovely wife put a wee laughing emoji beside it. I think that's her way of saying, "Are you going to Bundoran this year?" So actually, we booked Tenerife to go in October. She's probably going, "You think you're going to fucking Bundoran in September when we're going to Tenerife in October?" I don't think so, but we'll see what happens, right? So for all you great followers and attendees of the Hills and Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival, this is the brilliant Rebel Roots, Gerard Glacken, and then Gerard Glacken, and then was Styx part of the band. So this is Gerard's great song called Lost Wages in the Hills Donegal, and you'll hear a few wee names, Mickey Bell and all mentioned this song. It goes to the tune of the Goldstone Shave of the Hills Donegal, folks. We'll go. This is Gerard Glacken with Lost Wages, Hills Donegal on Rebel Sundays.
No lost wages in the hills of Donegal. Our lovely land must take a stand, it's never done before. If we're to stop this pestilence that's descended on our shore, it's no big ask to wear a mask and do it with good heart. I don't know what the answer is, but this could be a start. Come on and all, build a perspex wall around old Donegal. If we're gonna keep this COVID out, we need to build it tall. Musicians and folk singers will rally to the call. There'll be no more lost wages in the hills of Donegal. No lost wages in the hills of Donegal. A bar on top of Errickle would surely fit the bill.
I bet you that the virus could never climb those hills. The boys would sing the rebel tunes of Mondoran by the sea, and Mickey Bell would run the kell to build a big marquee. Come on and all, build a perspex wall around old Donegal. If we're gonna keep this COVID out, we need to build it tall. Musicians and folk singers will rally to the call. There'll be no more lost wages in the hills of Donegal. No lost wages in the hills of Donegal. We'd open pubs and football clubs if our land was COVID free. But a wall of glass would never pass insurance scrutiny. But don't despair, the answer's there, it lies with you and me. Don't be a tool, just keep the rules and we'll win back liberties. Come on and all, build a perspex wall around old Donegal. If we're gonna keep this COVID out, we need to build it tall. Musicians and folk singers will rally to the call. There'll be no more lost wages in the hills of Donegal. No lost wages in the hills of Donegal.
Oh, I'm getting some grief today, so I'm from all you fucking culties. I forgot actually how good that song was, so big up Jerk Lacken, you legend, G. That was Rebel Roots there, Jerk Lacken, and then it was Styx with No Lost Wages in the Hills Donegal. Obviously goes to the tune of Goats Don't Shave with the Hills Donegal. So Jared, fair play, mate. I forgot actually how good that was as wee song. Class wee tunes with us. Let's see. You are giving me some grief today, all you bloody culties, CSR. You might have seen there, I just jumped, scared the bollocks out of me. Literally standing here over to my left is my dad, whistling away, so he is the song. And didn't see him, but that's how I know whenever, if he's off work or my ma's off work, that's the only time I get a wee cup of tea. I've never time to make it myself. So let's see what we have. Not even a tea and a wee bun. A tea, look at this, and a slice of apple cake. Not eating rhubarb cakes. I hate fucking rhubarb cake, but apple cake. So, good man, Kevin. And a cup of tea in the, let's see, the good cups. You can see this, look. See, so the good China. That's the wee one where you stick your wee pinky out when you're drinking. Like, I don't know. So it is. So, I know it's definitely a good cup of tea, because my dad always leaves the tea bag in, so he knows when he's making it. Well, here, you are definitely giving me some grief today, CSR. But it is looking like we'll definitely have more culties on the show, and we'll have of us city folk. But saying that, there, as I said, to me, anybody that's not from good old Belfast, God's country, is definitely a cultie to me, CSR. So definitely, yes, ship myself there, so that indeed. Right, so we're gonna do one more song here, then we'll do the first song from Finnin. And then we'll get the boys live in the show. So for all you culties from up in South Derry, Wands, we'll go to this one there, Farewell to Blackey. And see this version here. This is from Big Gary Lawler. It's the Druids from their album Starry Play. Back when they were a rebel band. Unfortunately, they cannot be said about them now. They've gone on totally, I don't even know what they're doing now. They're you'll probably catch them singing Wagon Wheel more than you'd hear them singing Farewell to Blackey these days, you would. I don't know what's happened with the Druids, but here we go. This is from their album Starry Play, back when they were a class rebel band, and Gary Lawler singing this song was just phenomenal. One of the best people I've ever heard singing it. So here we go. This is the Druids with Farewell to Blackey for all these Derry ones, and especially for our resident Derry one. You keep digging. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. Right, so This is Farewell to Bly from the Druids, and then we're going to get the first of the songs from Finnin on the show after this one. Here we go. I've got the right version of it. Yep. Here we go.
Farewell to Bly, likewise Tamladav, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. Man's hearts return to you from mid-Arcage black cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Through the hills of South Derry we marched and we drilled to exploits and action. All Irish you drilled, most feared men in Ulster, volunteers on the run. We gave England their answers from the barrels of our guns. Farewell to Bly, likewise Tamladav, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. Man's hearts return to you from mid-Arcage black cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Oh gallant South Derry, you're forever blessed in our struggle for freedom. You've given your best. There's yous and there's Bateson, Sheridan and there's Lee, inscribed with their names now. Brave Tom McElwee. Farewell to Bly, likewise Tamladav, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. Man's hearts return to you from mid-Arcage black cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell.
There we go. Sound of Gary Lawler of the Druids with the brilliant McElwee's Farewell. Farewell to Bly. And again, bow down there to Jerry Glecken. More like a fantastic songer. Jerry's songwriting. Also at the mention when we play any of his songs. Let's see any more what other grief am I getting here today before going to the next tune for you. Well said, Marty. Let's see. My favourite Rebel song. Yeah, big shit. Something happened there. Big shout out to Michael O'Brien there. Michael, actually, if anybody's been seen there, I'll put on Facebook and the other sort of social medias I had there, folks, over the yesterday. We received a lovely letter in the post yesterday morning there, and as I sort of said in the post that I'd put up, there's days, folks, whenever, like, see, obviously, I have a lot on my mind where I do work full time as a truck driver. I have my DJ on the weekend every weekend, plus a full family life at home. And a lot of times doing this here podcast, obviously the show aside, it does get on top of you. I mean, it's then obviously with the show on a Sunday as well. There's some weeks where I really just don't want to do this here, like, because I mean, you go to yourself like, fucking life, I don't want to. But it's because I've committed to it now. All users are all expecting me to do it every week, and I have to give myself a kick up the hole. Some Sundays come down here, set up and do it. And I received this here letter from Michael yesterday, and it was just a lovely wee handwritten letter. He sent me a donation as well, and with a letter. But the letter itself was just. You can go back to my Facebook or the podcast page and have a look at it, folks. It was really nice, Michael, just very touching. It sort of makes you see what this show means to a lot of people, you know. But sometimes just take it for granted. But then when you look at what I'm doing here on a Sunday means to people, it does give you the wee kick up the arse to want to go back and come down and do the show every week. So Michael O'Brien, cheers mate, thank you very much, and cheers for the donation as well. It's much appreciated. Right, so we're going to do a song here now for you, folks. Go play the first song from the lads from FININ Rebel Band. We're going to have John and Jamie live in the show. Say Clint is not here today. He's since got a wee positive test this morning, so he's not going to be with the other lads in case he infects them. So we're going to play the first song from them. And this is from their album Patriotic Flame that was released not so long ago. So the first one we'll have to do is The Fighting Men Across McGlen. So here we go, folks. This is FININ Rebel Band live from South Armagh. This is The Fighting Men Across McGlen. Once this is up, we're going to have the boys live on the show.
Across McGlen, the fire burns through. The patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be those fighting men from Cross McGlen. I'll sing a song of the bravest men, that famous fighting unit from Armagh. They are the men from Cross McGlen, among the bravest tyrants ever saw. In Cross McGlen, the fire burns through, the patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be those fighting men from Cross McGlen. At night you hear Bezzica's roar, armor lights are heard across the land. The IRA, their spirits soar, they know the reckoning has come to hand. In Cross McGlen, the fire burns through, the patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be those fighting men from Cross McGlen. British scum, all they do fear, they never again will see their cushioned shore. Because they know that they'll pay dear, their rabble even higher than Scotty score. In Cross McGlen, the fire burns through, patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be those fighting men from Cross McGlen. We'll not give up until we're free, until Ireland's out of British hands. We'll never rest until we see Britannia's rule driven from our land. In Cross McGlen, the fire burns through, the patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be those fighting men from Cross McGlen. In Cross McGlen.
There we go, folks. The sound of FININ there, folks, from their album Patriotic Flame. That is the fighting men of Cross McGlen. So just let's give us 2 seconds. We should see the lads on the screen now. So I'll just unmute their mix. Right, lads, can you hear me?
Yes, Ro, how are you going? How's it going?
Right, I cannot hear you. Hold on a second. Some reason. Wait a minute.
He's muted.
Let's see. Unmute mic. I can't hear you here, so I'm just going to try and edit your mix settings for some reason.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Let's see. Listen, just check see on your phone or the tablet, lads. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can.
You'll be fine, yeah.
I can't hear you using it at all, so I can't. Actually, hold on a second. Right, wait. I have the headphones plugged into the wrong socket here. Wait a minute.
All right.
I think a deck now. Let's see. Oh. Right, can we start this again? Can you hear me, lads?
Yeah,
see, everybody else going, we can hear him, but I couldn't. I had the.
Also, culture ones that can work them out like electronics.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Is that we freak stuff?
Fuck's sake. Oh, I'm going to get some grief that nice one. Jesus Christ. That's me slagging all these culties from outside Belfast. Like, you definitely are culties, like I think you are. The original culties. So listen, folks, we're joined today by John and Jamie from FININ Rebel Band in South Armagh. So lads, thanks very much for coming on the show today. It's most appreciated, so it is. So obviously, so to the left we'll have John, and the right it's Jamie then. Because I've never met you before. So just tell us again about Clint. So he had a wee positive test this morning, did he?
Some will say he got a test for vodka this morning, but he's done a elaborate flow this morning, and he's not confirmed COVID, but might have so he didn't want to take the risk.
That's it, definitely right. So listen, lads, the band was formed in 1998, obviously as a 4-piece that then included the original member Cormac. So firstly, how did the band form? And obviously, we was all mates originally, and like sort of did any of us play in any like rebel bands before FININ started?
Well, at the start, me and Cormac played together in a rock band for a few years, and Jamie, we were always mates, all of us together. Clint, obviously, is a brother of mine, but I had a real strong interest in rebel music and Irish history from a young age. You know, my grandfather used to run the parades and stuff in Cross, and he would have taken us to the parades and that, and just so we got introduced to Irish music and that, you know. But I tortured Cormac then for a long time to say I'd like to start a rebel band. So we got Clint on board then one night in the pub. I think we were all drinking and he started singing. So
how'd you do?
That was us three then. At the time we would always be in the U Club and Cross again. It's the only really safe haven we had back in them days. And Jamie would have worked in the U Club at the time, so we tried to rope him into the band as well, and that's sort of how it all started.
Right. So what was actually the name FININ then? So how did you just come up with the name actually of the band?
Well, originally we wanted to call ourselves AK-47s.
AK-47.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Considering where you're from, like it doesn't surprise me. Like.
Yeah. But we looked around for names for a while, and then we got an old Irish dictionary, and we were looking through the dictionary and found this word Finnin, and it was an old Irish word that meant Fenian, so we says, I think that'll suit us.
So are you all based in Cross McGlen yourselves then?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Most of our lives.
Live in the town all our lives, yeah.
All your lives, born and bred then. So obviously, tell me, as you've lived there most of your life, tell me what it was like sort of over the years, having your sort of every move watched by the REC and the British Army from inside like a massive steel fortified bomb-proof structure that sort of sticks out in the centre of the town like a sore thumb.
It wasn't that bomb-proof, as we've shown a good few times.
Aye.
Right.
So it wasn't. But yeah, look, surely it wasn't easy growing up in the middle of conflict. But as young people, we just got on with it. We just continued on with our daily lives.
My time was in the 70s and the 80s, and around the 70s, we lived in large hours park, and you play football or play whatever, and Saracen used to drive in. We would go over and start kicking the ball of it and all, and then they'd drive away. And the other boys used to come down with the petrol bombs and stones, right, give it to them lads now. So,
Jamie, hold on 2 seconds. I need to turn the subtitles on here.
I know.
Hear what you're saying.
Slow
down a wee bit.
I was told that to slow down. Right.
Sorry.
Oh, in the 70s. But what part did you get? Did you get any of it at all?
All I heard of start was listen. I work with two boys they're from Castle Blaney, like, so it's just like listening to them now. So it's like you are now. So
I know that's my problem. When I start, I talk too fast. It's more nerves than that else.
Right, go for it.
It's just the usual, as we were brought up, like the tool we were mostly learned was to ignore the British Army.
Yeah.
In the town, like it hurt them more that we didn't recognise them and that they were actually there. So surely it was hard, obviously we've known families that have been killed and so forth, like, but we just got on with it. And as a young person, it was actually pretty good fun at the time, because you get out and do a bit of writing and stuff,
I know. I mean, obviously, we're usually from the Brits, probably more noticeable than we. Obviously, I was still used to having Brits walking up and down the street with the cops slick and all, whatever, and stuff, with armed machine guns and stuff. But I mean, obviously, as kids, I mean, was that just second nature to using? Like, I mean, every day you just would have seen like a helicopter landing in the field next to you, or like a load of Brits just walking through the street.
That's just what it was. We just used to it.
Yeah, we grew up. We grew up, but we knew no different. Like, yeah, we were used as human shields as children for soldiers to walk down the street. They would always walk in front of the people, you know, or behind us. You know, so it was just something we grew up with. Like, you didn't really feel that you were.
It was part of life.
It was part of life.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Just seeing the comments here, a lot of the people listening are backing Nugent's up. They're saying, nah, he's getting led into the Colchi accent. They're going, fuck, we can understand them okay. So we can't you silly ones. You can't understand them. Well, it's, so obviously,
you want to hear me when I'm on the Buckfast?
we'll find out in Easter Saturday and see. So we'll see. That's if I get in the place of labour that night after the day.
Cut your hair before you come.
What?
Make sure you cut your hair properly, you know, before you come down.
Yeah, I'll have to charge the clippers up. So, so any time sort of I think of Cross McGlen, right? Obviously I've been there a good lot of times, but there's a picture comes to mind of like obviously Cross McGlen Rangers were playing a match, the picture behind the barracks, playing like a GA match, and then this big, just massive Chinook was landing sort of in the next field with a load of Brits, like sort of getting out. I mean, was that there like a daily occurrence fusions that happened this whole time? Like
maybe not Chinooks as much, but you know, they will be there every now and again. But helicopters, 24/7 every day.
Like.
And used to land in the field so they could rack the field.
Yeah, numerous occasions would have landed in the middle of the field during games and stuff like. You know, it was just another way that they thought they could intimidate us. You know,
but the lads tend to play away. No, they didn't stop them playing, training. They played away, played the national anthem.
Would have still kicked the ball around the helicopter even though it was there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, see any gigs in them? You ever any times that come into the bar or anything, whatever? I mean, like cops or Brits or anything, any gigs you were doing before? Would they come in and like stop people or pull people out or something? Or
they wouldn't. I don't think they'd have the cuteness, as the man would say, to come in any of the bars. But yeah, you get hassle on the roads and stuff, but they wouldn't.
They would wait till everybody was leaving the pub. They wouldn't come in there.
There's a great clip there. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's a black and white video recorded was done in the PD club in West Belfast when the cops and the Brits come in, and I think I'm not trying to remember who it was playing.
It would have hanging over bullets or something, was it?
No, well they started playing Kinky Boots, I think it was. Basically, so they did, and basically it was everybody started cheering, and you just seen them basically come out again as quick as they come in the door. So it was like, so obviously, lads, your first studio album you recorded featured the Burns and Moley Republican Flute Band. Obviously, I've been involved in flute bands all my life, so I'm very well aware of the band. I've done a lot of parades with them, so I have. It sort of leads us on to our next featured song from the new album. It's the Two Brentons. It's a song written by the great Jerry Glecken from the Irish Brigade. So John and Clint were founding members of the Burns and Moley Republican Flute Band. Firstly, tell me. Obviously, well, Clint isn't here, so John, you can sort of speak up for it. Tell us about your time with the band. Obviously, playing in flute bands myself, I always like to hear about other people growing up in bands and their experiences playing in flute bands and stuff in different parts of the country. And just give us a wee bit about the Burns and Moley Flute Band. Obviously, it's not going now. It sort of it went on and off for a few years with it.
Yeah. Well, originally, there was just like a youth band formed across years ago, and then we would have seen the band, the Brigden band, years ago coming across from Coatbridge, and me and Clint was all blessed with flute bands, and we sort of started learning ourselves how to play the drums and stuff, you know. And we had a youth band together at the time, and then we obviously approached Sinn Féin then to talk about starting a Republican flute band. Now it took us a lot of hard work and a lot of practicing to get the families to agree for us to be able to commemorate the two Brandons, you know, and have the name of their band. But the band grew from strength to strength then, and we played loads of different places all around Ireland, you know, and happy to show the names of the two Brandons and that the family are actually proud to have us, you know, represent them as a flute band.
Yeah, because too many times I've seen over the years, like obviously flute bands, they just take obviously names of volunteers willy nilly, you know, and it's next thing you see maybe a year or two down the line, all the band's folded. I mean, all the members are went somewhere else, whatever, and you go, like I think you need to sort of think long and hard when you're going to form a flute band and name it after a volunteer. Is this band going to be above a bit of longevity? You know what I mean, and actually respect the name of the volunteer who it's named after, like.
Yeah, well, I know the flute band isn't going anymore, and obviously I'm married now, have kids, Clinton's married, kids, and
I'm too old to walk.
Too old. Yeah.
We couldn't give the commitment to the flute band anymore, unfortunately. And
mate, it's the same all over. I mean, I know even like the lads from in Blackie there, in South Derry, they're finding it very hard to get a band on the road now for the parades. And I played in two massive bands, like Ernua and the Only Alsop, and I know even now they're probably having a bit of upturn, but it is in a city. But I know very well how hard it is to keep a band on the road and trying to keep people interested, you know, like.
Basically, the heart of our band is maybe 3 or 4 families.
Oh, yeah, I understand that, yeah.
You know, and then younger people, we try to get younger people involved in the band, but then, as you know yourself, it's not the new thing these days.
Especially now when you have Instagram and all everything else and bloody stuff that's happening, trying to kids
it was something that we were really, really passionate about.
Oh, aye, sure, yeah. So actually, we'll go on now to actually about Brenton Moley and Brenton Burns. So tell us a wee bit about, obviously, everybody knows who they are, especially because of Jerry Glacken writing the song for Palladium. It sort of highlighted the two volunteers throughout the years. Tell us, obviously, living in Crossmaglen, what these two guys mean to Usins, and it's just basically and what they were like.
Well, myself now, I'm about 20 years younger than Jimmy here, you know. But I wouldn't have known the two Brandons personally.
And same way, I wouldn't know them. We heard a lot about them.
But
and the characters the way and crack the way and the lads the way. But they took that step forward to do what they did and to join.
Do you know, they weren't just,
they
weren't just volunteers or active members of the community, you know.
Yep.
And involved themselves in the community. And when I was growing up, inspirations to my generation.
Yeah, surely, yeah.
And the exploits that they've done over the years is people from Belfast, people from Cork. If you mention the two Brandons, everyone knows who they are, you know. And that's a proud thing for us as in this area to have. Obviously, there's many more volunteers and they're all inspirations to us.
Yeah.
But the two Brandons are something that's out to us as young people, and you know, everybody respected them for what they done for our area. For my generation, they done the hard work, so I didn't have to do it. Do you understand? And
yeah. I think
I'm so proud about them in this area.
A few years ago, we were invited as a band. They took us to do the South Armagh tour. So it was up in the Q Holland Centre it is.
Yeah.
And so obviously one of the guys, he's an ex-prisoner, he got on the bus with us and brought us round. And like they brought us over to this big a big field or car park overlooking Narrow Water. And see, busy listening to the story about their operation, like the guy, I mean, it just makes the hairs on your neck stand up, like, I mean, knowing what happened that day, you know what I mean? And you just stand there going like, this is just amazing, like standing here overlooking this and being told firsthand what
yeah. Like from a very, very young age to show to be really, really intelligent people. Like I think Maggie Thatcher once said that Brandon Burns was the single most dangerous person to the British Army. So what does that tell you?
Well, listen, so we're going to do the next song now, lads. I'll put you on mute, okay? And then we'll do the rest of the interview. So, folks, here we go. This is going to be the next song of the show this afternoon. And it's going to be, hopefully I got the right one here. So this, no, it's the next one. This is the two Brentons from Finland folk from their album Patriotic Flame. So it is. And then once this is done, we'll get the lads back on the show to do the rest of today's interview. So this is the two Brentons folks from FININ Rebel Band.
I'll tell the tale of gallant men who in the hills round Crossmaglen became a living legend in their day. All All their daring deeds in freedom's fight shone like a beacon in the night, where Harvey and McVerry showed the way. Oh, a song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A ball of smoke rose o'er the land, cruel fate had played its hand. To Brendan's would have chose no other way. Oh, they died the way they'd want to go, in action against the British foe. They lived and died to serve the IRA. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. In Crossmaglen and Colleville, we keep alive their memories still. In Silverbridge, we speak their names with pride. And from Darcy down to Katy Town, through generations we'll pass down their exploits and the cause for which they died. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. We're a special kind of people here. We breed defiance, never fear, and we'll still be here when the tide against England turns. Oh, for in our hearts we know we're right, and we never will give up the fight. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. We salute you, Brendan Molly and Brendan Burns.
Look, folks, found that the two Brentons are from FININ Rebel band from their album Patriotic Flames. So moving on, lads. Folks, again, thanks very much for joining me. Folks, today we're joined on the show by John and Jamie from FININ in Crossmaglen. So right, so here we go. Right, so back to the interview, folks. Let's see, I'm just looking through here. So Jamie, probably I wasn't really aware of the band as such, to be honest, now, until maybe a couple of years ago when Eugene came out and said, yeah, the band was reforming. I've seen a lot of people sharing it on Facebook and stuff. So it did. So yes, obviously you were sort of on off for a few years and sort of back on the road, and you sort of play at Easter, the odd gig and stuff. I mean, what was the reason for that? Say just life got in the way and stuff, basically, or whatever it was just.
That's basically it. Life and job, the mind, and all that there. And
women and kids, try out.
Oh, that's a good excuse for anything.
But they came to an end, like, and the gigs are running out. And
obviously, Cormac then had other commitments and
job. That's we couldn't get everybody playing, and so me and John started back up again ourselves.
So, John, did you originally play the drums in the band?
Yeah, I played the drums, and then I actually racked my knee playing football, and I was off work for 10 weeks. So I learned how to play the guitar during this time.
Still learning, but good enough.
Definitely still learning. But but we would have got together at Easter. Me and Jamie done a couple of gigs together at Easter.
So was Cormac the original guitar player in the band, was he in?
And I was in the drums, Jamie on the bass, and Clint singing on the whistle. But obviously Cormac then, he decided he didn't want to be there anymore. So, we did take a break for 7 or 8 years, and then
I was an
accordion player as well, Donald McEnany.
He joined us a few times.
But just Clint came and seen me and Jamie playing one night, and I think he was a wee bit jealous, so he wanted to get back playing music again as well. So we sort of decided, let's show. I think the Rebel scene took a real lull there for a few years.
Love bad rap, so it did.
There was no interest in Rebel music in any of the bars and stuff, and obviously functions have been cut real back and commemorations and stuff, and that would have been the life body of our gigs, like doing functions and commemorations.
Like we got a good 10 years out of it, like a good run, like so we did.
So especially as like a 3-4 piece, it's obviously it's different for like a one person Rebel singer or even the 2 piece. They can probably get work every single weekend, where a bar doesn't mind paying like a 1 guy or 2 guys, but like when there's 3 or 4, it's getting in a bit more tired. Well, I don't really want to pay it there. We only have a wee sort of small bar, we don't take enough takings to cover for you, like.
Yeah. We had residencies in a few bars, we would have once a month gigs in Dundalk and Castleblaney, that we were, and Cross obviously, we wouldn't play it every month, but
right. We'll just get knocked off Facebook. Give me 2 seconds here. I need to get back on here again. Whatever, I don't know what happened there, but Mark Zuckerberg has just removed us from Facebook, so I'm just going to start a new stream here now. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it's
we can understand what it was saying.
Yeah, so Facebook is just because the numbers went down a wee bit there. So I've just started another Facebook stream now, so we'll give it a wee bit so everybody else can join back in again. So obviously you recorded a live album in Coatbridge, lads. He did. I didn't actually know this, but my mate Pedro, he sent me a wee picture last week on WhatsApp of a picture of the album. And I was like, fucking hell, I didn't know they recorded an album over there. Obviously it was recorded in for me personally, I say the legendary Clock Bar. I've been there. I think it's now like a fancy wine bar or something nice. So it is. I can remember we used to go over every year with the only Alsop for the Lough Island parade. In the summer there from, so obviously that would have been the hangout with the flute band all played in. So in the Clock Bar, so say it was some spot. So it was, had to say, I actually one of my wee men was with us, went straight in the bar, and he asked the guy for something, and I says, "What's that there?" And he got a shot or something, and he says a bucket or something, and the guy it was a shot of Buckfast. So it was, and I was like, "What the fuck is that? What a shot of Buckfast?" He says, "Oh, I met these, and since that weekend, I know how much over there they love their Bucky now and Coatbridge, like, fuck's sake." Big chick especially, like, a man loves it too, does, fuck's sake. But so obviously talking about the usually will be pretty close to the Coatbridge band. They go over to the across McLean, most Easter and stuff. So what's the sort of crack there with the band, the people of Coatbridge?
Well, it sort of all went back to the late 80s, early 90s, when the original Brigden Republican flute band came to play in Cross at Easter every year. And we actually done a big gig in Galway one night. I think it was for the first 3 guys to escape out of Portlaoise. And there was a guy there from Salisbury, just outside Coatbridge, and he took a card off us and actually ended up got us gigs over there. And as soon as we get off the boat, we met a couple of guys at the at the other side of the boat, and they recognised us straight away from Cross, from years ago.
Yeah.
We've made friends now 20 years. We've been at our weddings and all, And
I think Franny used to be involved with Brigden, didn't he?
Yeah,
Franny and Tech.
Yeah, would have been the fellas that we would have met, and we've friends now forever, like, you know what I mean? Like, we just formed that bond with them, and we've been back and forth with them, not only doing gigs, but over to visit them and stuff,
Yeah.
Hospitality we get with them people over there is like a second home at the time.
Oh, definitely. It's say whenever we were and stay with the band, obviously you get like a family. There's no hotel, so it's basically just stay with the band members. And I stayed with I think it was Barry and Jennifer. And their wee girl there, and their big fucking dog. It was about that size. For the 2 times I was there, and like literally, like, see you were treated like royalty. Honestly, that's all I can say. You go over there. I mean, it was just not. They couldn't do enough for you. Like, it was just like brilliant people. So I mean, like, fair play to them. So I'm actually, cause I haven't seen, because I've been out of the band for a few years now. I haven't really seen a lot of ones with the band, so I'm hoping we'll do this gig we're using them on Easter Saturday. I'll be able to see a lot of the ones from Cross McLean. I've been up for the weekend.
Good few lads coming over for Easter, so there is.
Aye, happy days. So where have you used sort of over the years with the band? Where's it took you to? Like, I mean, playing. I mean, what have you travelled a couple of different countries, England, Scotland, whatever? Or I mean, where?
Scotland, we most of it.
Scotland and Ireland mostly. Would have played in nearly every county in Ireland, like, and then obviously. We got taken to Pope Bridge, and then that got us a few gigs in Glasgow and that at the time,
We played in Roscommon, a Rigler.
Somewhere we places now.
It wasn't even the village, it was like a house estate in the middle of nowhere.
Where was this in?
Roscommon or Rigner. So Roscommon.
Oh, Roscommon. Where would your sort of favourite place have been then the gig, and probably over Ireland over the years, like?
Me, to be honest with me, my favourite gig was always the Two Brandons commemoration every weekend, every year. That was a massive gig for us, to get that gig and done it every year.
Without fail,
we played that, and turned down a lot of big gigs because it was on the same weekend. But Two Brandons gig, and obviously going to play in Scotland was a massive achievement for us.
Over the boys, over the boys guys over there. Like we played in Seven Bridge one from Two Brandons do one, and we finished. We did a disco. We come back on at 3 o'clock and played at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus Christ. I've done a few gigs like myself over the years, so I have, like, and you need a couple of days off work afterwards to recover from them, so you do, like.
It was good crack, like, the place was packed and nobody's going anywhere.
That's it, aye.
So the Two Brands always was our big night, and then obviously going to Scotland was a big thing for us too, like.
Oh, aye. Yeah, well, so I'm looking forward actually myself getting over here in March with Clover. We're going to be mini tours for us, so it's been a while since we've actually been over and actually played, I mean, it's usually just over for a Saturday match, whatever stuff, so looking forward to that there. Actually, so I'm delighted to say that I'll be doing 2 gigs with you lads over the next couple of months. So firstly in the Derry City Sports and Social Club on St. Paddy's Day. For Sears of Promotion, so big up to Connor and Michael and Kate for that there for getting us on board. And then obviously your own gig is invited me to play on Easter Saturday up in Cross McLean itself. So I said that's a gig I'm really looking forward to, because it's been a few years. I think the last time I was up there I was actually doing a parade with the band, so it was a good few years ago. So it was. So is there any other sort of big gigs you have come up that you've planned, any or other ones throughout the country or anything? Or
no, we haven't really anything planned yet. It's just trying to slowly work our way back into the scene, and getting involved with Special Promotions has been a big help for us to get us out there, and obviously with yourself here promoting us on the show, thanks very much to you for doing that.
I appreciate that. They did get a couple of bookings in a pub in Carrick, Cars as well. We shared it to the boys. They get us there once, twice a month, like, and they appreciate us over there. I think we're brilliant, like, great crowd.
So see when Clint, so does he do anything? Is he just a singer in the band? Does he play any instruments or anything? Or?
Well, he tell you he does everything, like, but he doesn't do too much.
He doesn't.
Singer and plays the tin whistle and that,
Right, aye. Probably like usually like most main singers in the band, they just show up and fucking everybody else has all the gear and all put up. They land in at the last minute and go ready to go here, like, lads,
That's what we call him.
Aye, superstar.
What do you call him?
Superstar, we call him.
Oh, superstar. Right, okay.
We enjoy away the stuff and all that, and Clint come over. He's one of the handlads, and all the stuff's gone. Like, we said, where were you? I stopped talking to my fans.
the fans.
All two of them.
Just see actually there when I was playing the Two Bretons song. While I had this off, see on the original where the Jerry Glacken song, he mentions Cross McLean and Drummondtee, right? But using say Cross McLean and Cullerville. So
Yes.
what did you put that in there for? Is it just like a personal wee thing, or
It's a Drummondtee sort of a good wee distance away from us.
Right.
So Cullerville would only be 2 miles outside of Cross, and we sort of tried to keep it in
Our local
in our
area.
actual local wee area. I know Drummondtee is part of South Armagh, of course, but Cullerville would be in the vicinity of Cross, if you know what I mean. Like, it'd be in the same parish.
equal really crap phone signal in both villages. Had to say, like, so there, actually, it's hopeful. What?
It's getting a wee bit better.
It's getting a wee bit better. Looks like you have electric and all that, or in parts.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
That was all that interference from the barracks up there, you know.
That's it. Yeah. Fuck, I'm getting some grief the other day, so I'm going to go off here for getting use culties a bit of bad next to him. I see Studs Lanigan says great accents, these lads. Right, so listen, we're going to do one more song here from the album, Irish Soldier Laddie, sort of finish up with a wee bit sort of more livelier one. So obviously this album, it's available on Spotify. That's where I've been playing from. But take it. Can you buy the album itself, physical album from musicians, or?
If you contact the Facebook page, you can buy the album. We'll get it out to you if you're looking for it. We'll be selling them at the gigs and that as well, you know.
Happy days. Right, so lads, listen, I will see you then on St. Paddy's Day. So we'll up and down.
Definitely well. Looking forward to it now.
Yes, definitely. Listen, that's the lads from Finnan, John and Jamie. And unfortunately, Clint isn't there today. We'll see him again. So lads, thank you very much for coming on today. It's much appreciated.
So thanks everybody for listening. And
cheers, lads. No problem. And I say once I edit the show, I'll put the subtitles up for you, so anybody that's listening can hear what you're saying.
Slow my bit down.
Aye, no problem. All right, lads, thank you very much. Cheers. Right, so we're going to do Irish Soldier Laddie. Here we go. This is from Finnan, folks. So cheers to the lads. Yeah, good crack as well. I had to get them off here, put them on mute. So yeah, folks, thanks for all the nice comments on the show of today's interview. So this is going to be the next song from Finnan, from their album Patriotic Flame. And this is Irish Soldier Laddie, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
I heard a battle cry from the mountains overhead. I looked up to the sky, saw an Irish soldier laddie who looked at me real fearlessly and said, what did he say? Oh, will you stand in the van like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? And will you march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield where tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town? Said I could, soldier lad, will you take me to your captain? It'll be my pride and joy for to march with you today. My young brother fell in Cork, my son in Enniscorthy, and to the noble captain I did say, what did he say? Yes, I will stand in the van like a true Irishman and go and fight forces of the crown. And I will march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield where tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town. As we march back to our homes in the shadow of the evening, with our banners flying low to the memory of our dead, we returned unto our homes, but without the soldier laddie. But I never will forget those words he said. Oh, what did he say? Oh, will you stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Oh, will you march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield for the night we're gonna free old Wexford town? Yes, I will stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight forces of the crown. And I will march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield for the night we're gonna free old Wexford town. Yes, for the night we're gonna free old Wexford town.
There we go, folks. That's the very soldier laddie from Finnin. So cheers to John and Jamie for coming on the show today. Good crack, lads. And I walked into that there big time, so I did at the start. And I'll tell you what happened there. Right? So obviously, see, whenever I'm doing the interviews, I have to take the headphones out and plug them into a wee separate box. So I do to be able to hear the lads. So before the show started, I had them on, done a wee test interview, and I had the headphones plugged into the wee box. But obviously, whenever I started the show, I didn't plug it. So I'm going, I can't hear him. And I've seen all the comments going, fuck, we can hear him, we can hear you on him. But I couldn't hear him. And I went, see. So there's me, bloody slagging all these culties and all the ring and stuff. And I'm just getting made out to be a dick. So, yeah. Let's see. I just want to see, who the hell is this here? This boy here. Where is he? Fucking this. I just spotted that there coming up there. So that. Cheryl Lee is listening from Oz. Happy days, good job, Cheryl. There's Putin landed in. See, oh, fuck's sake. What do you say? Marty, get Vladimir and his Smirnoff off me. But that Russian must have got it mixed up with Ukraine. LOL, bye bye. But here, listen, loads of great comments for the interview. Damo Dalton, how's it going, horse? Damo listening in Shepherd's Bush, good man. Damien, thank you very much. Row, play Wagon Wheel. Where are you? Stevie? No. Alright, that's a no. Right, so we're going to, let's see. I had enough grief today for you slagging these boys. I think that's a lesson learned now. Just don't be slagging culties. Well, proper culties anyway, because my own people who, like, just outside of Belfast, you aren't really culties. I like to call culties. Might actually see me in the street and hit me about in the nuts, but I'll use proper culties. I don't mind slagging usings, especially all use folk from Dublin, because everybody hates usings, so they do. I think I was talking to a wee boy the other day from Armagh who I work with, and he was saying, like, we're slagging, no, but I use fucking potato pickers or spud peelers or something, no culties with her, and he says, I slagged them about being Dublin. He says, listen now, I'm telling you this now, he says, just remember, you can call me a culty all you want. I don't mind being called a culty, but don't call me a dub. Everybody hates Emmons, so you're just right. So Valerie, Derek, and all the rest of you listening from Dublin, my apologies, but you know what the crack is with Austin the Dubs. Right, so what we have lined up here next? We'll do another song for you. This time. So somebody, I think it was, who asked for the Emer McLaughlin song, the Paddy Kelly. Somebody asked for it earlier on that says, yeah, we're going to do it. Haven't played it in the Wales. Here we go. This is, actually, I mentioned this song in the interview I done yesterday with Michael McCormick for his Irish Sounds podcast. Just he was talking about different tracks that you wouldn't have heard of before and you might not have a chance to hear. And I was sort of telling them that the next, because of the show, people can hear this here song, like this song, the Paddy Kelly song, and the song Joseph Mary, that kind of thing. People wouldn't have a chance before to hear any kind of songs, and it sort of said from the very first minute I heard this on Emer's CD, it made the hairs on my, whatever hairs I have on me, stand up. It was just such a beautiful, heart touching song. So we go, folks. Moving on with Rebel Sundays. We're down the last 50 minutes views or so. This is Emer McLaughlin from her album Thorn England Side. This is the brilliant the ballad of the Parade, Paddy Kelly, the Parade of Dungannon, featuring Paddy's daughter, Triona's daughter, young Katie Kelly. Here we go, it's Rebel Sundays, folks. Paddy Kelly song for you.
When I think of our soldiers and the battles they fought to tear down the rules of the crime, how my eyes fill with tears as it's brought to my ears of those men who will ne'er be forgotten. In Carrickfergus, Paddy Kelly was born at a time of injustice and pain, when his only hope has struggled and fought in the grips of those cold English chains. As he grew to a man, when those brave Irish soldiers had laid down their lives in the depths of those cold H-block cells. From the teachings and words of the brave Bobby Sands, for his country he took up the fight. When our brave Bobby Sands had given his life to gain Ireland's justice and right, back to his family in his hometown Dungannon, he moved there to start a new life and to take up the reins of his family's long history of rebels against England's might. He rose through the ranks of our bold IRA, his humble beginnings well known, to the officer commanding that mighty brigade of those men from that great East Tyrone. Informers had tried and immeasurably failed to lay down our volunteer load. But with discipline, cool, and calm dedication, our hero would strike one more blow. He trained up our bold volunteers to a man, as his ancestors did long before him. The blood in his veins, it ran just the same, with the longing for old Ireland's freedom. Then in Lockall one day, when our bold IRA went bravely to fight for their freedom, an ambush was led, with their lives they have paid. Our men fell in action forever.
So they led him to rest in old Eden dark, with the green Tom and shamrock above him. Warren Keith and his children said one last farewell to a man they had loved so dearly.
From a family revered by the brave Thomas Clark, in the days of that great Easter rising, came a true Irish son, who from war never run, Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. La la la, la
Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon.
There's a wee Cork song from the Rising and from the War of Independence, a marching song called The Song of the Dawn, from Anya here.
The song I sing is a song of hope, a song of rushing doom, of glade and glen, of ford and fen, of lake and of mountain bloom, of sights that stand over all the land to tell of long ago. Let your voices ring in the song I sing, shout Aaron and yell go joy. Hurrah, the night is ended, we see the dawn's red glow.
Shout it high.
Oh, shout it high, it's the free man's cry, shout Aaron and yell go joy. I sing of every wood and stream, of tower and dale and town, where brave men
we go, folks. The brilliant Irish Brigade there for you. Live in Graces in Glasgow with the Song of the Dawn. That one was specially for... where are you? Let's see. I'm trying to find who it was again there now. Yeah, so yeah, it was for Lynn Houston, and I'm going to try and see if we can get the Chris McGill song on for you as well before we finish today, don't worry. I definitely opened the can of worms today with all this here culture. Listen, we'll just stop any talk now about cultures until the end of the show, or well, from now to the end of the show, okay? I'll admit, I dug myself in that hole a bit too deep, so I did. So we'll just, you're all ganged up on me now, and I feel a wee bit bad. My feelings a bit hurt, so I have to be honest. Stevie Holbrook, Paddy Kelly, a real legend. He took it to the Brits. Him and the boys were something else, definitely indeed. Let's see. Anya, what are you doing, Anya? It says, would you please play Grace? I'll see. It's a song I don't like playing on the show every single week. Because it's just been played to death, you know, so it is. And it's a song but I ask for it every single week, so it is, Sam. So I'll see if I can fit it in. Maybe before the show finishes. Martin Heaney, yeah, best version of this ballad ever. Yeah, Anya singing that song. Jerry Glacken singing it is brilliant, but hearing Anya sing that there, the voice in her is fantastic, so it is. Danny Boy, looking for New Lodge Parade for all the lads in the Coatbridge Republican Flute Band, the CRFB. Yes, so best. Yes, I'll get that on for you. That's what on next. Studs Lanigan says, Henry, Big Rose should take over. I say Axom, as it's definitely a bit music late. Oh Jesus, don't be telling John Paul out there. I get booted off. So listen, Axom's a great show. If you like your Celtic stuff, whatever, it's they're definitely up there, so they are on the Celtic podcasts. But I think for me, the best Celtic podcast out there, folks, on YouTube, if you haven't watched it, young Hamish with the 67 Hail Hail podcast, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's definitely, for me, it's my go-to podcast on YouTube. The work Hamish puts in, the content he does and all, whatever, it's absolutely phenomenal. So he's always first in the ball with videos on match days and everything else he is, and for interviewing people pre-match and all. So yep, if you haven't checked it out, go and check out 67 Hail Hail YouTube page. Definitely. Let's see, you might get there. Axon wouldn't play music. Yep, that's like sort of getting Steve Nolan to play music. Definitely wouldn't. Alan Cowan says, Ro, you play Gary Oak's version of Back Home in Derry. I'm going to play something from Gary Oak today, but I don't know what yet. Ian Kerr says, can you please play James McLean, He Hates the Queen? Joe McDonald's song I haven't played in the show in a while. I haven't played it this year yet at all anyway. They're up Coatbridge. Peter, what's going on here? You're very, very late today. Jesus Christ, mate. This isn't acceptable at all. So it isn't. What's going on? Right, so for all my friends over in Coatbridge, there's Remora and Danny, all the rest of the Coatbridge Poking Flute Band. This is Fusion. So this is Fianna, the original Fianna before Gary came on board. This is a CD that Roland McDonald recorded in some bar in Dunglow. Not Dunglow where I'm sitting right now, and then I'm doing Dunglow up in Donegal. The Dunglow bar. So it was either in Dunglow or it was recorded in the Dunglow bar. And recorded live in the Dunglow bar in Derry. You see, but the quality is not great, so it isn't. But it's all right. Like it was literally took straight from the desk and put on CD. So there was no mixing done afterwards after the CD was recorded. So here we go. This is for all yous Coatbridge Republicans over there. This is the New Lodge Parade. And you're probably looking and go, why is Coatbridge people asking for New Lodge Parade? Well, New Lodge and Coatbridge, big connection there, especially between the O'Neill and Altaf Flute Band and the Coatbridge Republican Flute Band. So that's why this one is. So here we go. This is Fianna live in Derry with New Lodge Parade, and then goes in the Crumlin Road Jail as well. So we'll play Crumlin Road as well to finish the song out for you.
A new song here, folks. I don't know if you probably have heard. Some of you maybe have heard it, I know, floating about YouTube. It's a song that looks at the 3rd Battalion of the Belfast Brigade and the C Company. A song written by a good friend Michael Traynor, and we contributed a bit to ourselves. A song called New Lodge Pride. So if you know the words of the chorus, join in, folks. Let's hear you. P.I.
And there's a place in the Belfast called the New Lodge. It's a place many heroes were made. Where Well, they fought for the freedom of the country as part of the Belfast Brigade. Volunteers of Sikh Company 3rd Battalion, they fought with courage, they stood unafraid. Well, they fought as the army of the people. The loyalists attacked the British aid. And there's a place in the Belfast called the New Lodge. It's a place many heroes were made. Well, they fought for the freedom of the country as part of the Belfast Brigade. Smythe, Steele and Nolan, oh Samuel Hughes, Billy Reid, Gerard Bell, James Sloan, Jackie Mully and Frank Donnelly. The New Lodge remember them well. And there's a place in the Belfast called the New Lodge. It's a place many heroes were made. Well, they fought for the freedom of the country as part of the Belfast Brigade. Top. Yeah! So when Ireland is free and united, we remember the New Lord's pride. Volunteers who helped to build our future and our fallen comrades side by side. And there's a place in the Belfast called the New Lodge. It's a place many heroes were made. Well, they fought for the freedom of the country as part of the Belfast Brigade. And Ireland's fight for freedom, boys. The North has played her part, and though her day has still to come, we never yet lost heart. We know we'll fight it out until the end. We'll fight for we cannot fail. Sure, that's another reason why we'll free our lads from a crumbling jail top.
Yeah, it's a New Lodge parade there for you on the Crumlin Road Jail. Oh, I've definitely hit a nerve here with these dubs, so I have. Derek is actually trying to send me a video call, so he is when I'm on that there. So but listen, we'll see if we can call him back here and see if we can see this. Right? So he sent me a picture. Right? Says there are only two types of people in the world: the dubs and those who wish they were dubs. Yeah, because I really want to be covered in something blue, wouldn't I? Jesus Christ. Definitely not. The only good thing that came out of Dublin was Christy, Dignam and Aslan. So that's it. Right, well, here, listen. So I know obviously he's desperate here to call me in, so I'll ring him here and see what he's trying to say. Right? See if we can get this on speakerphone. Let's see. This is great radio list here, so it is. There he is. What's did I hit a nerve there, did I?
I'm gonna go again.
A good show. I'm just putting you on the mic here so we can hear you. So, well, Valerie, what's happening?
Just hard-skinned, that's all.
Hard-skinned? Aye, definitely. Right, here, listen. Go let us go, because we can't hear coming through here. There's a bit of big feedback coming through, right? So there is. But here, listen. I'll see you in Dublin the 19th, right? Yes, same to you, Valerie, as well, alright? See you later. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know how to work Instagram, so how do you turn this here off? I can't even work Instagram. How do you turn this bloody thing off? There you go, right. That's great live radio, wasn't it? So, yeah, that was our dirty, our dubs calling there, and it says it's still on, is it? No, I think it's turned off, is it? Yeah. That's off nice with us. Yep, so cheers to Derek the Linear. Is that still on? Oh, it's still on. Jesus Christ. How do you turn this thing off? Leave call. There we go. See, I don't use Instagram. See, trying to bloody phone people these things. See, James there says, yep, Guinness is the only good thing to come out of Dublin. Martin says, can't hear him. Well, obviously, because it was just coming through my phone, that's why you couldn't hear it. But obviously, I was giving the Dirty Dubs a wee bit of grief there, and Derek sent me a wee picture, and they were a bit, I think they had a nerve with them, so I have the day. Thomas Dunn says, no, the only good thing about Dublin was Christy Moore. Well, you may be right there. Right, John Boy McElhenney says, Irish Citizen Army by Gary Og. Right, we'll see what we can do. Studs Lanigan says, my real name's Big Dan, the lyrics man, Martin. There's Jamie on from Finnin. Thanks for having us on. Good crack. I messaged you what I was talking about. Make sure you message me so I can read it. You'll probably be rating culty as well, will you? I don't know. Because I've had a fair few text messages from people that are from outside Belfast, and even their texts sound like gibberish to me. So they, right, I'm gonna. Right, Anthony Hart says the Mighty Armagh will sort Dublin out next Saturday night. Well, hopefully. Listen, but the thing is, Dublin football is gone. It's done and dusted. So it is. It's gone now. See, you can all these here, whatever rows you've had your Jim Gavin era, and see now, you're a bit like the Rangers. He's a rebuilt and CSR. Not sure Desi Farrell is the man. Derek, thanks, Ro. No problem, mate. And Stephen Clough away as well. Like, Jesus, like he's the man that held that bloody team together for years. So, I don't know. I definitely think that Dublin's time of winning another All-Ireland is well behind them for another few years. So it is. Right, so we're going to move on this time. Celine asked me to play us earlier on, looking for the Spanish lady. This is a lovely wee Irishy tune. And I say, this song, anything I play it really makes you just feel good. It's been really jazzed up by Derek Warfield and the young Wolftones, and I have to say, fair play to Damaris, and the banjo in the song is just boom, phenomenal. So Damaris Woods misses, fair play to you. So we go, folks, moving on down to the last half hour of today's show. This is Derek Warfield, and here we go. It's all about the small ball and Limerick leading the charge. Listen here, tell me this here, Peter. What is the crack with this boy Buff? He definitely hates Limerick, so he does. Every chance he gets a wee dig into his Buff Egan. I think even yesterday he put a picture up of some boy he met, some hurler from somewhere. I don't know where it was. And he says, he scored a goal when they chinned Limerick, whatever, a few years, whatever, in some Ireland many moons ago. But Jesus, he definitely hates Limerick. I wouldn't think he'd be too safe if he walking through the Limerick, would he himself? I don't know. Here goes with Celine. This one is spicy for you, my dear. Cause this is Derek Warfield and the young Wolftones folks with What Can We Do with the Spanish Lady on Rebel Sundays.
As I rode out to Dublin City at the hour of 12 of the night, we should have seen but the Spanish lady washing her feet by candlelight. First she washed them, then she dried them over a fire of amber coals. In all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet about the souls. Back for the tooraloo laddie, back for the tooraloo lay. Back for the tooraloo laddie, back for the tooraloo lay. He stopped to look, but the watchman saw me and he said, young fella, the night is late. Along with your arm, or I'll wrestle you straightway through the bridewell gate. I blew a kiss to the Spanish lady, hot as the fire of amber coals. In all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet about the souls. Back for the tooraloo laddie, back for the tooraloo lay. Back for the tooraloo laddie, back for the tooraloo lay.
with her ivory comb and her mantle fine. She make a wife for the provost marshal, drunk on brandy or claret wine. I got a look from the Spanish lady, hot as a fire of amber coals, and all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet about the souls. Whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora lay, whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora lay. As they went out through Dublin city, as the hour of dawn was o'er, which should I see but the Spanish lady? I was weary and footsore. First she coaxed me, then she chid me, and she laughed at my sad plight. And all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet as on that night. Whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora lay, whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora lay. I wandered north and I wandered south through Stony Batter and Patrick's Close, up and around with the Gloucester Diamond and home by Napper Tandy's house. Old age has laid her hand on me, bold as a fire of a she-coal. But where is the lovely Spanish lady, neat and sweet about the soul? Whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora lay, whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora laddie, whack for the tooraloora, whack for the tooraloora, whack for the tooraloora laddie.
Woohoo! Go on the boy here, Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones with the Spanish Lady, especially for Celine, that one. I know Elaine loves that wee song as well. Very funky indeed, very Irishy, very diddly-dee. And I have to say, the banjo in that song from Damaris is phenomenal. See, Stephen says, is it wrong I'm thumping the floor to that tune? No, Steve, that's what it makes you do. A wee song, just tap your feet, you know, just gives you a wee, yeah, it's nice. Donny Boy says, yeah, great great song, first time I've heard it. There you go. See, Joseph McGee says, Ro, you were slagging dubs and country folk all day. You're going to need a new identity. Well, maybe I do when I go to Derry here in St. Patrick's Week. I might need a new identity. But listen, I haven't slagged usings yet, so I haven't, but Marty says, I'm doing the same thing. Franz Craven, yeah, brilliant show again today. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Right, so a few people earlier on asked me to play the Wolf Tones. A couple of people asked me to play Joe McDonnell. It's not a song I play on the show every single week. Michael O'Brien says, yeah, Damaris is something else in the banjo. Definitely is. She's just phenomenal. Definitely. Yep. No, Stephen, it's a definite foot tapper, so it is. So we're going to do, obviously, now a bit of the Wolf Tones post Derek Warfield. And I'll say it all day long. The Wolf Tones are not the Wolf Tones without Derek Warfield in them. I've seen them play a good few times since Derek's went his separate ways, and they're just a completely different band. They can still put on a show, so they can, but just without Derek there with his mandolin and his singing, out of the big Wolf Tones songs, it's Derek Warfield's voice, so it is, But we'll go to this one here. This is from, I think it was the Wolf Tones Fest recorded in the City West Hotel a few years ago, when they had basically the big full harmonic orchestra behind them. I think it was around Easter time they do this here, so definitely the best version I've heard this one in a while. So we're going to do the full 7 minutes, 18 seconds this here, and with Tommy Byrne singing this song. Obviously, Brian Warfield wrote it, so he did, but Tommy Byrne's voice for this song is just Joe McDonnell. Without Tommy's voice doing it justice, this isn't. Lots of other bands have covered the song, but just Tommy Byrne singing the song is just phenomenal. Here we go. So this is the Wolf Tones, say post Derek Warfield. This was recorded a few years ago in the City West Hotel with a big orchestra behind them. And this is the ballad of Joe McDonnell, folks, in Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
From Belfast town I came, that city I will never see again. For in the town of Belfast I spent many happy days, I love that town in oh so many ways. For it's there I spent my childhood and found for me a wife. I then set out to make for her a life. But all my young ambitions met with bitterness and hate. I soon found myself inside a prison gate. And you dare to call me a terrorist while you look down your gun. When I think of all the deeds that you have done, you have plundered many nations, divided many lands. You have terrorized our peoples. You rule with an iron hand. And you brought this reign of terror to my land. Through those many months' internment in the Maidstone and the Maze, I thought about my land throughout those days. Why my country was divided, why I was now in jail, imprisoned without crime or without trial. And though I love my country, I am not a bitter man. I've seen cruelty and injustice at first hand. So then, one fateful morning, I shook both freedom's hand. For right or wrong, I'd try to free my land. And you dare to call me a terrorist while you look down your gun. When I think of all the deeds that you have done, you have plundered many nations, divided many lands. You have terrorized our peoples. You ruled with an iron hand. And you brought this reign of terror to my land. Then one cold October's morning, trapped in a lion's den, I found myself in prison once again. I was committed to the H-blocks for 14 years or more, and the blanket, the conditions, they were poor. Then a hunger strike we did comments for the dignity of man, but it seemed to me that no one gave a damn. Now I am a saddened man. I've watched my comrades die. If only people cared or wondered why. And you dare to call me a terrorist while you look down your gun. When I think of all the deeds that you have done, you have plundered many nations, divided many and terrorized our peoples. You rolled away an iron hand, and you brought this reign of terror to my land. May God shine on you, Bobby Sands, and the courage you have shown. May your glory and your fame be widely known. And Francis Hughes and Owain O'Creesh, who died unselfishly, and Patsy O'Hara, their next in line is me. And those who lie behind me, may your courage be the same. And I pray to God my life is not in vain. Our sad return was the year of 1981, where everything I've lost and nothing's won.
There you go, folks. Some of the media Wolf Tones are for you. Well, the Wolf Tones post Derek Warfield, but yeah, still a great performance at that one. That was recorded in the City West Hotel in Dublin, with the full orchestra behind them. And as I say, I'll say Tommy Byrne's voice, that song, it's just Spain tingling. So that's all I'll say. So there's let's see, right. Stevie Hoberg, from the way things are shaping off the DUP, it won't be long until we have a border poll and get our country back where we belong. Well, here, see the way things are in the south, the way things are costing. Jeez, I don't know whether you want to be part of it. Looks like it's in the Brewers living there now. So he's living in Athy in Kildare, and see the money he's busy telling me that he's paying for rent and stuff in that house and everything else, and the cost of shopping, cost everything else. It's just mad. And even I had the field fusion down. Anybody that is living in the south, like, is there the money you're paying in off license for a case of beer or a couple of tins of beer? It's just shut up. Jesus Christ, mad, like, so it is. So but just on the DUP, like, they're just imploding. The whole union in itself is imploding within itself, and like sort of say what you sort of want about Sinn Féin, like me, but I know there's a lot of people listening to this show wouldn't be big supporters of Mary Lou and Michelle O'Neill with her, and but it's any recent polls that's happened in the south and the north, it's looking like in this next two elections, like, there could be basically ruling north and south. Like, so, I mean, what's that tell you? That's mad. What do we have left here? We have about another 15 minutes. So somebody asked for a bit of Cruncher earlier on. I haven't done Cruncher in the show this year, I don't think. And somebody else had asked me to play The Legend. I'm not going to play the Gary Oak version. I'm going to play a different song from Gary Oak. So we'll do this one here. This is the brilliant Terry Cruncher O'Neill. The legendary, I have to say, Terry Cruncher O'Neill, and his version of The Legend. Cracking tune. So go. This is The Legend, folks, and Rebel Sundays from Cruncher. And I'll last 15 minutes of today's show for you. Say any more requests, get them on and I'll see if we can fit them in.
I went to see a legend just the other night at the Yankee Stadium underneath the lights. I heard a man speaking after years and years in jail. His name, it was Mandela, and he came to tell his tale. The crowd, they cheered him loudly, but then the silence fell as he spoke about the hard years in a South African sound. Although he was free, his heart was filled with pain, for his country and his people were still a part of that shame. He said he hoped that we would join him and walk down freedom's path. And these roads would be the hardest, oh, but they would be the last. And to join our hands together so that we might be as one, and to bring ourselves to the cause so this battle could be won. I went home to bed that evening, went to sleep and I had a dream. I was standing in the pouring rain in an Irish field of green, and all around the headstones were the martyrs of the past. I stood there in silence and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry is my name, and I died in the cell. They wanted the names of my comrades, oh, but this I would not tell. And I am Roger Casement, I was shot in London town for bringing German rifles to the lonely James Cundy is my name, the working people are my life. When they shot me down in Cumberland jail with strife, and I am Patrick Pierce, I was shot down by the foe. I read the proclamation at the steps of the GPO. The last voice that I heard says my name is Bobby Sands, and it's good to hear Mandela's words are ringing through the land. I want to hear them in Belfast, in Derry and Tyrone. Maybe then those English soldiers will know it's time to go home. I woke up in the morning, I remember them all. And who would believe that they'd knocked down the Berlin Wall? And now said Mandela, could this really be? Maybe now we will see Ireland reunited and free. Maybe now we will see Ireland.
Yeah, there you go. The brilliant Terry Cruncher O'Neill with the legend. That's for Stevie Holberg, that one, so it is. Right, whoa, so Terry, you're writing a complaint, are you? Who are you writing this to? Let's see it. I want to see your worst letter. Right, so we'll literally only have a few more songs to play today. So, obviously, Terry has taught me to play Damien Quinn, and I think this could be right. There could be a restraining order put against her because she's a bit of a stalker, I have to say. So she is. Right, so we'll do. Some people are asking for a few Celtic songs as well, so we'll do one of Damien's songs, Leave the Rock Bar. 4-Leaf Clover, here we go. So this is Damien Quinn, folks. I think we'll do the last 3 songs of the day. It's Damien Quinn with 4-Leaf Clover. It's in the post. Happy days. So you see, I got a really nice letter in the post this week. Now you're going to send me a really nasty bad one, but maybe in theory you'll go, I'm only joking. I love your show, Rose, so I do. And I was only joking, but can you give me Damien Quinn's phone number and address if you have it? Right, here we go. This is Damien Quinn from Leave the Rock Bar with the 4-Leaf Clover, and we'll try and fit in about 3 more songs after this one for you.
To see that play football the Celtic way. It's been 10 years, long time indeed. We stand with pride we took defeat. Our beloved team, our ancient ground has been rebuilt at Lampremark by the 40 clover on my breast and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. McCanny rode the winds of change, and things he brought will not remain. A phoenix rising, a house of steel, and 16,000 Celtic dreams. With a 40 clover on my breast, and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. While the work is done and the stage is set, and the Celtic dreams can now be met. In a sea of dreams we hear the strain. Let's sit and watch the champions play. Let's see us all with a 40 clover on my breast and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. With a 40 clover on my breast and a green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see that play football the Celtic way. That play football the Celtic way. That play football the Celtic way.
There you go, especially for Terry, that one there for you. The Stalker, Damien Quinn with 4-leaf clover live here at in West Belfast. It definitely isn't full of culchies. Let's see, what's 3 more songs. The way you behaved today, you should play the half 4. What way did I behave today, Marty? What do you mean by that? What have I done the day to suffer such a wrath like that there? Aye, half hour extra for the culchies, definitely, Henry. Well, we'll see what happens. We may go over a wee bit over 4 o'clock. Well, it's fucking near 4 o'clock now, anyways. Right, so we're going to rattle through these here, folks. And I say, if you're in a position, you can. If you can donate to the show, we much appreciate it, folks. To say every week there is people there that donate to the show, give me something every single week. Some people do 1 week and the other week, whatever. And it's, folks, I just keep saying all this here has came at a price, and it's for you donating the money to the show every week that gets this out every Sunday. You know, it's paid for all this here lighting, paid for these newer mics, new desk I got, stuff, whatever. Pays for the software I'm using to do this show, which I'm sure is a lot more professional than what we had at the very, very start when the drapes behind me in the old studio in my own house kept falling down, the towels fell off the window, the fucking phone was jumping out of the the tripod or the speaker stand, whatever it was I had it taped onto. So we're well past them days, but folks, definitely using of the donations you're going to the show each week, folks, does keep the show going. So I do appreciate it. So if any of you can donate something, we much appreciate it. So let's see if we can get this right. See there, my finger's pointing. You just scan your phone there, folks, over it. It'll bring us straight to the PayPal. Or if you don't have PayPal, you don't use anything out there like there, I mean, send me PM and I'll give you the bank link to send me a bank transfer, which there is people send me, believe it or not, every week. So cheers, folks. I say anything you can donate, it's much appreciated. So thanks very much for all you all tuning in today. Right, so James Devin McCleave asked me to play the Sam song. So we're going to do the original and the best Sam songs. So let's see if this here gets us cut off again. Off Facebook, but sure, who cares? Well, let's see. Celine says, yeah, they you're starting to sound like a fucking Scottish. They days were so funny. They or them. Now, Celine, come on now. What you sort of look like you, it's not you typing this here. Those were the days. My friend. Yes, they definitely were the days. Good crack, all good cracks they were. Indeed. Right, so we go. This is the original and the best. Jerry Glackham and the Irish Brigade and the Sam song, recorded live in Dublin somewhere. So it was. I don't know where. I think it's the Sidewalk. So it was a few years ago. So for James, this one's for you, mate. And I say Jerry Glackham always says there's nothing like the real thing, and there definitely isn't. So we go. This is the Sam song. And by the end of this song, if we're cut off Facebook, we probably will be, but sure, we'll see what happens.
There's a wee song that put the words to quite a number of years ago. Nearly every other band's recorded this one. But sure, there's nothing like the real thing. Wee song called the Sam song. Now for 15 years or more, with armalites and mortar bombs, thought I knew the score. Oh, but now we have a weapon we've never used before. The Brits are looking worried, and the choppers are flying lower. Shucky Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rocks, missiles in the sky. I started out with petrol bombs and throwing bricks and stones. There are 100 more lads like me, I never was alone. But soon I learned that bricks and stones won't drive the Brits away. It wasn't very long before. Who did I join? I joined the IRA. Jockey Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rocks. Missiles in the sky. Is it a bird? No. Is it a plane? No. It's Super Sam. Let's hear ya. Shucky Ireland, sing it yourself. Up the rocks, missiles in the sky. Well, then there came internment in the year of 71. The Brits thought we were beaten, that we were on the run. On that early August morning, they kicked in our back door, but for every man they took away, sure they missed 20 more. Jockey Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rocks. In the sky, I spent 8 years in the cages, a time to think and plan. Although they locked away a boy, I walked out a man. And there's only one thing I have learned while in a cell I lay: the Brits will never leave us. Not until they're shown the way. Come on now, sing up the rock, up the rocks, missiles in the sky. All through the days of hunger strike, I watched my comrades die. And in the streets of Belfast, you could hear the women cry. Well, I can't forget the massacre that Friday at Lochgall. I salute my fallen comrades as I watch the choppers fall. Shucky Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rocks, missiles in the sky. One more time yourselves here. Shucky Ireland, let's hear in the sidewalk. Sing up the rocks, missiles in the sky.
One to Jerry there. That's the Ice Skate, folks, live in Dublin with the legend, the original, the best, the Sam song. So for James, that one's for you, mate. So it is. Right, so we'll have 2 more songs. Here's the film, folks. So I say we'll go slightly over 4 o'clock today, but sure. Nothing major else is happening, so yeah, folks, loads of lovely comments. Thank you very much. Let's see what Marty says. He says, what were you sent there? That there a rose spill, mate? No, I just got a picture sent me of the hammer that Beaver received from his lovely missus. I'm not putting it up on the screen, not a chance. But see, I was wondering what the hell all the jokes were about hammers. So I didn't know what he was on about. So but listen, so we'll play 2 more songs, folks. Again, thanks very much to all of you for tuning in today. It's been great. Again, thanks to the lads from Finnin for coming on. John and Jamie, Clint, get well soon, mate. Hopefully you haven't got the dreaded Rona, because the way I suffered with it was absolutely shite, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, so I wouldn't. Right, so we'll go. This is the second last song of the day. So where is the name? I'm trying to find the request. Where are you? Where is she? Deirdre. Busy. Are you with our Kathy today? Are you? So they're looking for a song from Marcella. So they are. So we're gonna finish up the last show. Not too mad. 2 more nice wee sort of ballady songs. So we are. So for Kathy and Jesus, don't spill. Do not spill. Right. So for Kathy and Deirdre as well. This is Fusions. This is the brilliant song from Marcella. I'll say I'm not gonna do the big version because that one always gets me cut off Facebook. I don't want to cut off just yet. So we'll do my good friend Cara McCann. Her version is equally as beautiful. So it is her version of Maria Farrell as well. It's lovely. So here we go. This is a song from Marcella, folks, in Rebel Sundays. This is the last 2 songs. So stay with us for another 10 minutes or so. We'll do the last couple of songs. Again. So we're back next Sunday, folks, and say next Sunday is no guests, just myself, and we're going to do a lot of songs or sort of around Bloody Sunday next week, folks. So obviously next weekend is the 50th anniversary, so it is. So we'll be doing a special show with lots of songs about Derry, about Bloody Sunday. Maybe we'll be playing a few wee interviews as well, live on screen about everything that happened on Bloody Sunday. We'll see about that. So yeah, that's next Sunday, folks, to look forward to the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Absolutely crazy. So here we go. This is the second last one. This is Cara McCann, folks, with the song from Marcella.
It doesn't seem quite so long ago, the last time that I saw you. Well, ain't it funny how the memories grow? It seems they always fall around you. They tried to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way, and so they killed you in an H-block cell, and hoped that all would turn away. Thought your spirit couldn't rise again, but you dared to prove them wrong. And in death you tore away the chains to help the world hear freedom's song. But the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You've showed us how freedom's fight can be won. I wish there was an easy road to choose to bring the heartache to an end. If you could stand by me like yesterday, I'd find strength to carry on. So let your spirit shine along the way, and our day will surely come. Yet the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You've showed us how freedom's fight can be won if we all stand as one.
There we go. Soon of Cara McCann there, if he is with a song from Marcella. So it is especially for Kathy and Deirdre down there in London, just down the street from me, are. So folks, we're going to finish up the show as always now, going forward with Dougie Breslin with Jackie Duddy. Folks, so again, next Sunday is going to be a bit of a sort of special show dedicated to the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. I'll be working on it this week. So there's no guests next week, just myself. So just be next week's show is going to be very sort of Bloody Sunday orientated, so it is, and rightly so. Just you might see me spitting the water. It's all over me. It looks like I pissed myself. I meant to go into the shop here now, and it looks like I pissed all over me. It's all down my front. Just basically, we're talking. I think a private joke here, remember, about that hammer thing. And Marley goes, thank God they don't come in a spanner version. That's what originally maybe spit the water out. And then Celine, who I thought was a nice Catholic girl, who would never venture near on Summers at all. You'd be very surprised, Marty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go, right. So, folks, we're going to finish up as usual. Thank you very much to all of you who tuned in today. Thank you to the lads from Finnin, to Jemmy and John. Cheers, good crack, lads. I'll get all you listen to the interview tomorrow, and I say I'll try and get the subtitles up for that broad culture accent there, lads. So we're going to finish up the last song of the show, as we do every week now, with the brilliant Dougie Breslin and Jackie Duddy. And you'll hear this song next week as well, folks, obviously, because it is a Bloody Sunday orientated show. So here we go. And I'm going to stick up for during this year's songs on as well, the wee banner I had for Eamon Peggy McCourt, folks, who is his first anniversary is today, so it is. So yeah, Eamon Peggy McCourt from Derry Brigade. So obviously this is a Derry song written by a great Derry man, Jerry, aka Dougie Breslin. So folks, enjoy. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Thank you.
Jackie, I remember your face from a far distant place. Yes, I do. Jackie, you were an innocent boy. Why did they destroy your future road to you? You came from a home of 9 sisters and 5 brothers. Up in the Craigan, you were my cousin. You worked with me brother Dusty, named after me father, down in springtime, tending looms. Jackie, you were just 17 when they shattered your dreams, and we never got over it. Jackie, you'd have found a good wife and had a wonderful life and raised your weans well. In 68, your mother Maureen, she died, and with Willie, your father, we cried. She was so very young. Her sister Dolly said if Maureen had survived, she'd have been in the coffin by your side. Your mother couldn't have coped. Jackie, you were good in the ring, 'cause that was your thing. You would have been a champion. Jackie, your nephew John did you proud. He's recognized by the crowd as fulfilling your ambitions. Your face is painted in murals down in the bog, and I pray to God that you'll not be forgotten. That day in 72, it's etched on our minds, the day that innocents died. They called it Bloody Sunday. Jackie, there were 13 others as well, more unfinished stories to tell. Jackie, 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 our Jackie, Jackie Duddy. On a summer's day in Derry in 2010, thousands gathered again, and the world had gone. The British government said sorry and admitted they're wrong. The clapping went on and on, the cheering went on and on. Jackie, your innocence was declared. Your family's voices were heard after 38 years. Jackie, now you can rest in peace. The false accusations have ceased. The truth has been set free. Connie Doherty, Gerald Donaghy, Hugh Gilmore and Michael Kelly, Michael McDade, Kevin McElhenney, Bernard McGuigan and Gerald McKinney, William McKinney, William Nash, James Ray, John Johnston, John Young and Jackie Duddy.
Right, folks, that's us. Cheers to all. Thank you very much. That was Jackie Duddy here by Dougie Breslin. So we're going to finish up as normal, folks, as we do with Around the Vein. So we are. So until next Sunday, I'll see you all then. And Chucky Arla, thank you very much.
Queens are slow, her tender rannicle, they first face her, chanting a shinshire pasta, the akbar, pantera, not the top, and dots, my in Sabarnohel. They gone their kill on was no sill. They gone their scrape. They love on now be lit. Charlotte cannon around the vein.
You've been listening to Rebel podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sibh a gcéisteach an sin leis an fád cruailí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, Caisúil ar siúificail sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuisiilta, ní mór dit ag fád cruúlaí Rebel Rebel a chuirda.